Om Durga Sharanam. Shubha Durga Puja to all our viewers. Welcome to Belur Math. Today is the Saptami Tithi. Welcome to watch the Saptami Puja as part of the Durga Puja celebrations. Today is the Saptami Tithi of the Navaratri. Today begins the main part of the Durga Puja. This is the first among the three main days of the Sharadiya Durga Puja. Durga Puja at Belur Math is conducted in a large pandal erected near the main temple dedicated to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna on the bank of river Ganga. Across Ganga we can see the city of Kolkata and the temple of Devi Bhavatarini at Dakshineshwar. On the western side of the river is Belur Math, where the puja is being conducted. Belur Math, the Mahatirtha of the Vishwa Vedanta Dharma, is situated on the bank of the holy Ganga. It has today assumed a very magnificent look as the Divine Mother has manifested here in the form of Mahishasura Mardini. On the Puja Mandap, the image of the Divine Mother Sri Durga is fixed on a ritually sanctified platform known as the Kathamo. This early morning, devotional bhajans are being sung in the pandal by Math's Brahmacharins. The image of Mother Durga is fixed on a ritually sanctified platform. There are 7 murtis on the Kathamo, that is the platform. Mother Durga is in the middle. She is depicted as the Mahishasura Mardini. Her right foot is on her Vahana in the middle, that is Simha, the lion. Her left foot is on the Mahishasura, who is hit by the Trishula on her hand. On the right side of Devi Durga we can see Lakshmi and Ganesha. On the left side of Devi, there is Shri Saraswati and Kartikeya. The iconic temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. The pandal is erected adjacent to this temple every year, where from today the main part of the Durga Puja would commence. To the west of the main Puja Mandap is placed a Bilva tree where Bodhan, Amantran and Adhivas were conducted on the preceding days. Today's main rituals include Navapatrika Pravesha and Mahasnana of Devi Durga. Mahasaptami Tithi is the 7th lunar day. Festivities are conducted to mark the descent of Mother Durga from the Himalayan heights to the plains of our country, to the very home of her devotees. She descends to the very heart of her children. She is here in our midst to accept the veneration offered by her children. Today's puja is about to begin in a short while. Several legends have blended together over the centuries to form the basis of Durga Puja. One such legend is related to Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. He, before fighting Ravana, was advised by Narada to propitiate Devi Durga. According to the Puranas, during the 6 months of the sun's southward journey, called the Dakshinayana, the gods remain asleep. They remain awake during the 6 months when the sun moves northward, which is known as the Uttarayana. So Sri Rama had to awaken the goddess first before he could worship her. This is why the first ritual in Durga Puja is the awakening of the Devi, which is called Bodhan in the Hindu liturgy. Devi's Bodhan happened day before yesterday, and yesterday was the Adhivas and Amantran rituals, following which today begins the Mahasaptami Puja. There is a legend about the coming of Devi Uma from her abode in Kailash to the home of her parents, the Himavan and Mena. She comes riding a lion. Uma is eagerly expected by her parents at home. Mena is in tears. Her mother is in tears as the autumn approaches. She persuades her husband Himalaya to go and fetch her girl from the Kailasha mountain. At last, in the Ashwina Shukla Paksha, Shri Durga, Gauri Parvati, comes home to be with her parents for some time. This is an occasion for the devotees of Shri Durga too to celebrate and worship her. The traditional Agamani songs in Bengali commemorates the homecoming of Mother Durga in a very touching manner. Agamani songs evoke pangs of separation from the Divine Mother in the hearts of the listeners, and also they introduce eagerness to be with her. On the western bank of holy Ganga, adjacent to the universal temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, designed by Swami Vivekananda, is the pendle where Devi's image is placed and worshipped. Swami Vivekananda started Durga Puja at Belur Math in 1901. And this year marks 125th year of this long tradition. Durga Puja is mentioned in considerable details in the Puranas. Brihad Nandikeshwara Purana, the Brihad Dharma Purana, and Kalika Purana, and also Devi Bhagavata. They speak in details about this annual autumn worship of Devi Durga. Shri Raghunandana, the celebrated Smritikara of Bengal in the 15th century, he discusses in his puja manuals many kalpas for performing the Durga Puja. Kalpa is the paddhati, the system, based on which the puja rituals are to be organized and conducted. Shashthyadi Kalpa is one among the many kalpas which can be followed for Devi Durga's Aradhana. The Shashthyadi Kalpa is mostly preferred in the eastern part of India, including West Bengal. Belur Math follows this system. And based on the procedure of Durga Puja laid down by Raghunandana Bhattacharya, Swami Vivekananda initiated Durga Puja at Belur Math in 1901. And this year marks the completion of 125 years of this long tradition. Yesterday, on the Shashti Tithi, Kalparambha was performed in the morning, and after that, the Adhivasa Puja was performed in the evening. Bodhan, Kalparambha, Adhivas and Amantran, all these rituals took place under a Bilva tree. After completing the puja there, the Pujari and Tantradharak went to the Navapatrika and the images, the Mrinmayi Murtis, placed in the main pandal, and offered the puja offerings there too. In Belur Math's system of worshipping Devi Durga, the Kalparambha happens on the Shashti Tithi. That means the Sankalpa and the associated preliminary rituals of the puja are performed on the Shashti Tithi. In the forenoon of the Shashti Tithi, in the Purvanha of the Shashti Tithi, the Kalparambha rituals are performed and completed. Ghatasthapana, placing and sanctifying a ceremonial ghata for the puja, that is done on the puja mandap. Then the sankalpa, which means a holy resolution, is uttered ceremoniously. The resolution for performing the puja of Devi Durga as per the Shastra till the Navami Tithi. It is a popular belief in Bengal that Uma Parvati comes and stays with the people for 3 days. Devi comes home in the season of autumn, the Sharat Kala, hence the name Sharadiya Durga Puja. A whole set of songs known as Agamoni, describing the homecoming of Uma, commemorates this event with exuberant imaginations and descriptions through words. These songs serve to spiritualize Hindu mothers' love and concern for their married daughters. These songs are sung during the days preceding the Durga Puja and also during the Puja. We can listen to these songs being sung in front of the Puja Mandap in Belur Math throughout all the Puja days. Monks and brahmacharis of the order sing in chorus. Devotees also join this exceptionally absorbing devotional singing, which is an important component of the Durgotsava. The most important legend which is central to Durga Puja is about Durga, described in Shri Shri Chandi, the Devi Mahatmya. The word Durga literally means the one who is difficult to approach, or the one who protects like a fort, or the one who destroys the evil consequences of our actions. Durgati Nashini. Daitya Nashartha Vachano Dakarah Parikirtitaha Ukaro Vighna Nashasya Vachako Veda Sammataha Repho Rogaghna Vachano Gascha Papaghna Vachakaha Bhayashatrughna Vachanas Chakarah Parikirtitaha. This is the Nirukti, the definition of the word Durga provided in the Shastras. The temple dedicated to Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi and the one dedicated to Swami Brahmananda, one of the brother disciples of Swami Vivekananda. All these temples are situated on the western bank of river Ganga. In the Chandi, Durga is mostly referred to simply as Devi, the goddess, and occasionally as Ambika, the mother. She is an independent supreme goddess, not second to any other divinity, and not even a mere consort of any male god. She is the Parashakti, the Parabuddhi, Parasiddhi. She is the Bhoga Moksha Prada, the giver of comforts and contentment, and also the supreme bliss of spiritual realization. During the puja, all our devotions and veneration are surrendered at her feet. She is the supreme bliss of spiritual realization. The scriptures extol her as the supreme knowledge and the supreme truth. Tvam Vaishnavi Shaktirananta Virya Vishwasya Bijam Paramasi Maya Sammohitam Devi Samastametat Tvam Vai Prasanna Bhuvi Mukti Hetuhu Vidyah Samastas Tava Devi Bhedaha Striyas Samastaha Sakala Jagatsu Tvayaikaya Puritam Ambayaitat Kate Stuti Stavya Paraparoktihi Sarva Bhuta Yada Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Tvam Stuta Stutaye Kava Bhavantu Paramuktayaha. Preparations for the Mahasaptami Puja are underway on the Puja Mandap. Shortly the puja would begin. Devi's Mahasnana is one of the main components of today's puja. The most striking aspect of the Durga Puja is certainly the image of Devi, the image of the Divine Mother as Mahishasura Mardini. In her Mahishasura Mardini form, the Divine Mother is seen as having 10 arms, each wielding a weapon. Devi Durga rides a furious lion. Mahishasura is depicted at the foot of the Divine Mother. He is viciously shouting and attempting an assault on the Devi, but the piercing Trishula of the Mother is preventing him from moving forward. Mother Durga is described as Dashapraharana Dharini. She has 10 arms, each holding a different weapon. This is the form of the Divine Mother which inspired the poet Bankim Chandra Chatterjee to conceptualize the holy land of India as Devi Durga itself. Tvam hi Durga Dashapraharana Dharini Kamala Kamala Dala Viharini Vani Vidya Dayini Namami Tvam Namami Kamalam Amalam Atulam Suphalam Sujalam Mataram Vande Mataram. You are indeed the 10-handed Durga. You are the goddess of wealth. You are Kamala, Devi Lakshmi, residing on the lotus. You are the bestower of the power of speech and knowledge, Goddess Saraswati. I pray to you, I salute you, O pure, unmatched Goddess Kamala. You are blessed with water resources, blessed with plenty of fruits. Salutations to you, O Mother. Now the preparations for the puja on the Mahasaptami Tithi are taking place. Articles for the worship are brought to the puja mandap and arranged meticulously. A prominent feature of Durga Puja celebration is the gorgeous pandal, Durga Dalan, in which the worship is conducted. Durga Puja is meant to be an occasion for a public worship in which a large number of devotees participate. Belur Math erects a well-decorated pandal adjacent to the temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna on the bank of the holy Ganga. and the puja mandap is set up in this pandal where the image of the Mahishasura Mardini Devi Durga is consecrated and worshipped. Navapatrika is now being carried to Ganga. Navapatrika is an important component of Durga Puja celebrations, representing Devi herself. A procession now begins for Navapatrika Snan, a ceremonial bath of the Navapatrika which represents Devi Durga. Navapatrika is commonly known in Bengali as Kola bow. Banana tree can be prominently seen protruding from the Navapatrika. It is actually a collection of 9 different plants. Each of them represent each aspect of Mother Durga. The procession carrying the Navapatrika now moves towards the Ganga Ghat in front of the temple dedicated to Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, where Navapatrika Snan is conducted. Navapatrika is sanctified and it will be carried back to the Puja Mandap where today's puja begins. The rituals specifically enjoined as part of the Mahasaptami Puja begin only after the Snana and Pratishta of the Navapatrika. Navapatrika is based in Ganga to the accompaniment of prayers and loud beats of dhak. The twigs, the branches of 9 holy trees and plants are tied together and draped in cloth, and this is known as Navapatrika. These plants are the symbolic representations of 9 forms of Goddess Durga. Before the Durga Puja actually begins on the Mahasaptami Tithi, Navapatrika is given a ritual bath in the Ganga. Then it is carried to the Puja Mandap in a grand procession accompanied by percussionists and worshippers holding the insignia of the deity and other paraphernalia. Navapatrika will be placed next to Sri Ganesha on the Puja Mandap and will be worshipped. Throughout the Durga Puja, the Navapatrika will be kept towards the right side of Mother Durga near Ganesha. Navapatrika is a collection of vegetation containing 9 different plants. Some of them are branches of different trees and shrubs, and some others are herbs and creepers. They are the Rambha, that is banana plant, Kachi, commonly known in Bengali as Kochu, Haridra, turmeric, Jayanti, Sesbania sesban, Bilwa is bell or stone apple, Dadima, pomegranate, known in Bengali as dalim, Ashoka, Manaka, known in Bengali as Mankochu, and Dhanya, the rice plant. Navapatrika is now taken to the temple of Devi Shri Sharada, where from the procession would move towards the Puja Mandap. Each of the plants in the Navapatrika has its own Adhishthatri Devi. Brahmani resides in the banana plant. Kalika is the Adhishthatri Devata of Kochu plant. Durga or Uma is the Adhishthatri Devata of Haridra. Kartiki of Jayanti. Shiva of Bilva Vriksha. Raktadantika of Dalim. Shokarahita of Ashoka. Chamunda of Mankochu. And Mahalakshmi of Dhanya. The procession now moves in front of the temple of Swami Brahmananda, the first president of the Ramakrishna Mission and also one of the brother disciples of Swami Vivekananda. Navapatrika is now carried to the Puja Mandap, where it will be placed near Ganesha and worshipped. The ritual is known as Navapatrika Pravesha, which is an important component of today's puja rituals. The main puja of Mahasaptami begins only after Navapatrika Pravesha. Nine plants are held together with banana plant in the center, and it is draped in a bordered cloth, giving an impression of a vadhu, a young bride. Hence the name in Bengali, Kolabo. Now Navapatrika is placed on the Puja Mandap, where certain rituals will be conducted. Today is the 7th lunar day, the Saptami Tithi of the Sharadiya Durga Puja. This is the first among the 3 main days of the Durga Puja. Arrangements are in place for the Saptami Puja at Belur Math. Navapatrika is brought to the Puja Mandap and placed in front of Devi Durga's image, where Navapatrika is now being worshipped with various puja items.
Om सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गल्यं वरेण्यं वरदं शुभं नारायणं नमस्कृत्य सर्वकर्माणि कारयेत् ॐ तद्विष्णु परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवीव चक्षुराततम् एते गन्धपुष्पयोमाधार शक्त्यादिभ्यो नमः।
Navapatrika is brought to the puja mandap after snana in the Ganga. It is placed in front of Devi Durga's image, where the pujari, Brahmachari Shaumitra Maharaj, accompanied by Swami Shastrajnanandaji as the Tantra Dharak, is worshipping the Navapatrika with various upacharas and mantras. Navapatrika Snana and Puja mark the beginning of today's rituals. Prayers are being uttered. Now various articles of the puja rituals are being consecrated. First the Pancha Gavyas are sanctified, and with them the Navapatrika Snana is being performed on the puja mandap. Navapatrika Snana happens with Pancha Gavya and then with Panchamrita, and a variety of waters collected from various sources, and they will be offered for the Abhisheka of Navapatrika.
Om Tejasi Shukramasya Mritamasi Dhamanamasi Priyam Devanamanaadhrishtam Devajajamasi Kushodakam Om Deva Satva Savitu Prasave Ashtenarubahubhyam Pushno Hastabhyam Adade Om Guru Satasya Viturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayatum Panchamritam Shodhanam Sharkara Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksa Sahasrapat Sabhumim Sarvataspritva Atyattishtadashangulam Madhu Ang Madhu Vatarutayate Madhu Madhuvatarutayate Madhuksharanti Sindabha Madhvirna Santoshati Madhunaktamutoshasho Madhumata Parthivagam Rajaha Madhudya Urastu Napita Madhumanno Vanaspatir Madhumam Astu Suryaha Madhverigavo Bhavantunaha Kushodakam Om Devasya Tvasavitu Prasave Ashyanurabahubhyam Pushno Hastabhyam Adade Ghritam Om Tejasi Shukramasya Mritamasi Dhamanamasi Priyam Devanamanaadhrishtam Devajajamasi
Navapatrika Snana is underway. Various items are offered, consecrated and offered to Navapatrika. The ritual is called Navapatrika Snana. First, the Navapatrika was taken to Ganga and washed in the holy waters of the river, where from it was carried back to the Puja Mandap. Now Navapatrika is placed in front of Devi's image, where ritually Navapatrika Snana is now being performed by offering an assortment of articles to the goddess represented by the holy twigs.
Om Ram Hridayaya Namaha Gomayam Om Hrim Shirase Swaha Om Hrim Shirase Swaha.
The sanctified items are poured on the Navapatrika, one after the other.
Om Rum Shikhaya Vashat Dadna Dadna Om Rhaim Kavachaya Hu Dhrita Om Rhaum Netratrayaya Vaushat Om Rhaum Netratrayaya Vaushat Ushodakam Om Rak Karatala Prishtabhyamastraya Phat. এবার পঞ্চামৃত শোধিত পঞ্চামৃতম দুগ্ধেন ওম হ্রাম হৃদয়ায় নমঃ দধ্না ওম হ্রিম শিরসে স্বাহা ঘৃতেন ওম হ্রূম শিখাयै বষট মধুনা.
Each of the Snaniya Dravya is offered on the Navapatrika to the accompaniment of mantras.
Om Hraum Netratrayaya Vaushat Narikeladakam Om Rhakkaratala Prishtabhyamastraya Phat Chandana Jalena Om Kadali Tarushangsthase Vishnu Vakshasthalasthite Namaste Patrike Devi Namaste Sudanayike Om Rim Brahmanyai Namaha Pushpajalena Om Kachitvam Sthavarasthasi Sada Siddhi Pradayini Durga Rupena Sarvatra Snanena Vijayankuru Om Rim Kalikayai Namaha Papi Jalena.
There are 9 different forms of Devi Durga associated with Navapatrika. Each of the plants represent each aspect of Devi Durga. To all these forms, individually and also collectively, the offerings are made.
Dehi me hita kamangscha prasanno bhava sarvada Om Rim Shivayai Namaha Panchakashaya Jalera Om Dadimyagha Vinashaya Kshunnashaya cha Vedasa Nirmita Phalakamaya Prasidatvam Maharapriye Om Rim Raktadantikaya.
A wide variety of waters collected from different sources are poured ceremoniously on the Navapatrika.
Om Rim Shokarahitayai Namaha Karpura Jalena Om Manyatvam Manavriksheshu Mananiya Surasurai Namami Tvang Mahadeving Manang Dehi Namostute Om Rim Chamundayai Namaha Ganga Jalena.
Navapatrika Snana is now taking place. The main part of the Durga Puja begins from today, the Saptami. The Saptami Puja commences with certain rituals performed in honor of the Navapatrika. Navapatrika is placed towards the right side of the image of Mother Durga. Navapatrika will be placed to the right side of Mother Durga after this ritual. On the Shashti Tithi, which was yesterday, the Devi was invoked in a branch of the Bilva Vriksha, the bell tree. And today, on the Saptami Tithi, Devi Durga is invoked in a group of 9 plants known as Navapatrika. These 9 plants include a branch of bell tree also, and what can be prominently seen is the banana plant. And all the 9 plants are bundled together, given a ceremonial bath. Navapatrika Snan will be followed by the Mahasnan of Devi Durga. The ceremonial bath to Navapatrika is now being conducted on the Puja Mandap. Navapatrika is a collection of vegetation containing 9 different plants. Some of them are branches of certain trees and shrubs, and some others are herbs and creepers. Rambha Kachi Haridracha Jayanti Bilva Dadimau Ashoko Manakaschaiva Dhanyancha Navapatrika, says the puja manuals. Each of these 9 plants has its own Adhishthatri Devi. The Devis are Brahmani, Kalika, Durga, Uma, Kartiki, Shiva, Raktadantika, Shokarahita, Chamunda and Mahalakshmi. These deities were invoked and worshipped in the Navapatrika, and after the ceremonial bath, now Navapatrika is going to be draped in an yellow sari. Navapatrika will be covered with this orange colored cloth, and it will be installed on a wooden seat on the right side of the image of Ganesha. Navapatrika will be on the puja mandap on all the puja days. Navapatrika also represents Devi Durga. Objects meant for the puja are arranged on the puja mandap in front of Devi. Main part of today's puja would begin immediately after the Navapatrika Snana. The Snana is now being completed. Following this, Devi's puja begins on the puja mandap. Navapatrika, after the ceremonial bath, is draped in an orange colored cloth. Vastra Paridhana, draping Navapatrika with an orange colored sari, is now being conducted. Navapatrika would look like a newlywed bride, hence the name Kola Bow, the bride of banana. Paridhatta Vasa Sainam Shatayushim Krinuta Dirghamayuhu Shatancha Jiva Sharada Suvarcha Vasuni Charye Vibhuta Jasi Jivan. Tantradharak Maharaj uttered this mantra while the Archakas are draping Navapatrika with the ceremonial sari. This consecrated Navapatrika, decorated with a sari, will be placed on a pedestal, and it will be placed on the right side of the image of Devi Durga. In spite of all the ordinary meanings that we associated with the puja rituals like the Mahasnana, there is a very clear spiritual significance for all these sacred activities. The Antara Shuddhi of the devotee is the most important objective of all our religious ceremonies. Inner purity is the necessary condition for all spiritual attainments. Chitta Shuddhi, that is the path through which all spiritual aspirants have to walk through. Our religious festivals and sacred rituals symbolically assert this fact repeatedly. The goddess is eternally installed in our own heart. A pure mind, meditative and sincere, can feel and acknowledge her divine presence in our being. The main part of the Durga Puja begins from today, the Saptami Tithi. The Saptami Puja commences with certain rituals performed in honor of the Navapatrika. On the Shashti Tithi, which was yesterday, the Devi was invoked in a branch of the Bilva Vriksha, the bell tree, and today, on the Saptami Tithi, Devi Durga is invoked in a group of 9 plants known as Navapatrika. These 9 plants include a branch of bell tree also and a prominent banana plant. All the plants are bundled together and given a ceremonial bath in the Ganga as well as on the mandap. Navapatrika is covered with an orange colored cloth and installed on a wooden seat, and it will be placed on the right side of the image of Mother Durga near Lord Ganesha. Navapatrika is draped in a yellow sari. It is well decorated and it will be garlanded gracefully. Mother Durga is invoked in this. Navapatrika Snana and Navapatrika Pravesha on the Puja Mandap, therefore, are very important rituals. In the Belur Math, the Saptami Puja has already begun. Today's main rituals in the forenoon include Navapatrika Snana and Navapatrika Pravesha, which are just now completed, and then the Mahasnana of Devi Durga, and an elaborate Shodashopachara Puja, following which there will be Devi's Bhog and Arati. Now after the Navapatrika Snana, Kshetrapala Puja begins. Kshetrapala, Vetala and Bhuta, they are invoked and worshipped with some offerings. After the Navapatrika Snana, now offerings are made to Vetala, Bhuta and Kshetrapalas. Brahmachari Shaumitra Maharaj is the priest. He is assisted by Swami Shastrajnanandaji Maharaj as the Tantra Dharak.
Om Bhuta Preta Pishachasya Yeva Santyatra Bhutale Te Grinnantu Maya Dattam Parimenam Prasaditam Om Pujita Gandha Pushpadhyaiva Levistarvitas Tatha Deshadasmad Vinisritya Pujang Pashyantu Matkritam Yeshamasha Bhakta Bolyam Bhutebhyo Nama.
These are the rituals to ward off all the obstacles that can occur during the puja.
Apasarpantu te bhuta ye bhuta bhumi palakaha bhutanam avirodhena durga pujang karomyaham om vetalascha pishachascha rakshasascha sarisripa apasarpantu te sarve chandika srena taritaha kritanjali om agacha madgrihe devi sarva kalyana hetave Bali puja mimam sarvam grihana parameshwari omagacha madgrihe devi sarva vishnu.
Prayers are uttered, invoking Mother to be present and accept our offerings.
Om devi chandatmike chandi chanda vigraha karini bilva shakham samasritya
Devi is invited and invoked on the Bilwa twig, which is part of the Navapatrika.
Om Chamunde Chala Chala Chalaya Chalaya Shigrang Durge Mama Griham Pravisha Om Rhing Hung Phat Swaha Om Uttishta Patrike Devi Sarva Kalyana Hetave Pujang Grihana Sakalam Asmakam Varada Bhava सर्वेषां वरदे देवी अस्माकं हितकारिणि प्रविश्य तिष्ठ गेहेऽस्मिन् यावत् पूजां करोम्यहम्.
Devi is entreated to enter the puja mandap and accept the puja. With this prayer, Navapatrika Snana and Navapatrika Pravesha are concluded. Now to the accompaniments of the beats of dhak, Navapatrika is carried towards Devi Durga, where it will be placed near the image of Lord Ganesha. Navapatrika Pravesha is now complete. Navapatrika was given a ceremonial bath. It was consecrated and decorated. Devi Chamunda is invoked in it. Now Navapatrika is placed near Devi Durga, where it will be worshipped along with Devi's image on all the puja days. Navapatrika represents an aspect of Mother Durga in the form of vegetation and plants. Now we move on to the main part of the puja. In front of the image of Devi Durga, the puja rituals will now begin. The celebration of Durga Puja is a unique feature of the socio-religious culture of Bengal. Probably in no other part of India does the worship of Durga affect the lives of the people so deeply as it does in Bengal. Festivities begin from the day of Mahalaya, which is the first day of the Navaratri period. During this period, people put on new clothes, worship the Divine Mother at any of the beautiful Durga pandals put up in different parts of the city or town, and enjoy feasts. All the preparation meant for the Mahasnana of Devi Durga are now complete. All the articles of the puja are arranged on the puja mandap. In the Belur Math, the Saptami Puja has already begun with the Navapatrika Snana and the Navapatrika Pravesha. Now begins the Mahasnana of Devi Durga and an elaborate Shodashopachara Puja. Stotras and bhajans will be sung by the monks and brahmacharis of the Ramakrishna Sangha in the pandal where the puja is being performed. A large number of devotees join them. Mother Durga is the Maharajni of the universe. The Mahasnana is a very special liturgical service conducted during the Durga Puja. Many items are offered to Divine Mother as part of this ceremony.
मेरुपृष्ठरि शिशुतलं छन्द कूर्मो देवतासनोपवेशने विनियोग त्वं कृत्वित्वाया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं च धारायमां नित्यं पवित्रं कुरु चासनं उमा सुरेखे वज्ररेखे हूं पट स्वाहा.
Mahasnana of Devi Durga is the Abhisheka ceremony. An array of vessels filled with water from various sources are kept arranged for the ceremony. A large number of devotees throng the mutt premises to witness the event. Now the preliminary rituals begin with Achamana, various purificatory rites. The preliminary rituals include the consecration of the asana, the seat of the pujari, worshipping and consecrating the sandal paste and other items for the puja, then offering arghya to the Surya Devata, invoking the Vetala and offering Masha Bhakta Bali as an offering, and then begins Devi Durga's Mahasnana. An arghya is offered to Surya Devata. Mahasnana of Devi Durga will begin shortly. Now the preliminary rituals are underway. All the items to be used in the Mahasnana ceremony are now being consecrated and sanctified. An offering of Masha Bhakta is offered as a beli to Vetala. Today the entire atmosphere of Belur Math is charged with a divine fervor. Devi's special presence is now felt in the hallowed image which is modelled with mud. The Divine Mother looks so kind and benevolent to her children.
तत्सदद्य आश्विने मासे शुक्ले पक्षे सप्तम्यां तिथौ अस्या मृण्मय्या दुर्गा प्रतिमाया मृत्तिकादिगता अपवित्र द्रव्य शुद्धि कामनाया ओं बांग बींग वों वैं वौं व ईशवलिः वेतालेभ्यो नमः. अष्टांगुली परिमित बिल्व काष्ठ
Devi is offered with various items. Devi's Mahasnana has begun.
Om Chitram Divanam Udgadanitam Chakshurmitrasya Varunasyagne Apradyava Prithvi Antariksham Suryatma Jagatastastu Shasya Kritanjali. Om Kritanjali. Om Tatchakshurudevahitam Purastat Shukramucharat Pashyema Sharadashatam Jivema Sharadashatam Shrunuyama Sharadashatam Prabravama Sharadashatam Adinasyama Sharadashatam Bhuyasya Sharadashatat Kailahari ओम नानारूपधरे देवी दिव्यवस्त्रावगुण्ठिते तवानुलेपमात्रेण चित्रदोषविनश्यतु.
One after the other, various items are offered to Devi Durga for her Mahasnana.
उद्वरतनप्रदानेन प्राप्नुयां श्रियमुत्तमां. माशभक्तबली वेतां पुनरुपितृकं ओमितगन्धपुष्पे वेताले ओमितगन्धपुष्पे वेतालेभ्यो नमः. वेतालेभ्यो नमः. माशभक्तबली वंग तस्मै माशभक्तफलाय नमः. वंग तस्मै माशभक्तफलाय नमः. ओमितगन्धपुष्पे तस्मै माशभक्तफलाय नमः. ओमितगन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्रीविष्णवे नमः. ओमितगन्धपुष्पे
The Mahasnana of Devi Durga is also called Adarsha Snana. Adarsha means the darpan, the mirror.
शुक्ले पक्षे सप्तम यन्तिते अस्या भगवत्या मृण्मय्या विचित्र निर्माण कर्मणि यद्वैगुण्यं जातं तद्दोष प्रशमनाय एष माशभक्तबलिः. ओं वां वों वैं वौं वौं वां वीं वों वैं वौं व वेतालेभ्यो नमः. आज्ञाप्रार्थना. ओम आज्ञापय महादेवी स्नानार्थं परमेश्वरि. आदर्शे स्नापयामि त्वां नानाद्रव्यै स्वशक्तितः.
Devi's permission is sought for her Mahasnana.
ओम परमेश्वरि धर्माय यज्ञाय ज्ञानरूपिणे तपसे पापनाशाय स्नापयामि कृपां कुरु. पंचगव्य स्नानं गोमूत्रे अल्पदीप.
Various items are offered
ओम अढांग्रिदयाय
for Devi's
नमः.
grand Abhisheka ceremony.
शिरसे स्वाहा. दुग्धेन ओम ह्रूम शिखायै वषट्. झटिति कुरु झटिति. ओम ह्रूम शिखायै वषट् दधि. ओम ह्रैं कवचायुः घृतेन.
Before the Snana offerings,
ओम ह्रौं नेत्र.
Taila, Haridra, Chandan,
अनन्तरं कुशोदकम्.
Pituli and Panchashasya Churna were offered to Mother Durga.
ओम ह्रः करतलपृष्ठाभ्यां
And then a wide variety of waters
शीतलजलम्.
collected from different sources are poured ceremoniously to the accompaniment of mantras and ghanta vadana.
पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्युजं होतारं रत्नधातमं ओमिषेत्वर्जित्वा वायवस्तदेव वत्सविता प्रार्पयतु श्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणि.
Veda mantras are uttered while the rituals are being performed.
शन्नो देवीरभीष्टये शन्नो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरविस्रवन्तु नः. उमापहिष्ठामयो गुबस्थानो ऊर्जे दधातन महेनणाय चक्षसे. ओम यो वशिवतमो रशस्तस्य भाजयते हन उशतीरिव मातरः. त्वं तस्मारङ्गमाववो यस्य क्षया.
A long list of items suitable to the disposition and stature of the Divine Mother. A variety of jalopacharas for the Mahasnana of the Mahadevi at the beginning of the Mahapuja honoring her.
तुंगभद्रा कृष्णवर्णा पयोष्णी नर्मदा तथा ताप्ती भीमरथी शिप्रावितस्तैरावती तथा गोदावरी विपाशा च शतदृसिन्धुरेव च चर्वण्वती च कावेरी ताम्रपर्णी महानदी करतो या वाहुदा च शोनावेत्रवती तथा देविका भैरवी कोका गोमती चोत्पलावती उमात्रेयी भारती गंगा यमुना च सरस्वती सरयूर्गंडकी पुण्या श्वेत गंगा च कौशिकी भोगवती.
Various rivers are now being invoked.
तथा सर्वासु मनसो भूत्वा भृंगारै स्नापयन्तु ता. ओम सुरास्त्वामभिषिञ्चन्तु ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वरः वासुदेव जगन्नाथस्तथा संकर्षण प्रभु प्रद्युम्नश्चानिरुद्धश्च भवन्तु विजयायते. पाखण्डलोग्निर्भगवान् यमो वैनृतिस्तथा वरुणपवनश्चैव धना.
Waters collected from various sources are poured ceremoniously on a mirror placed in a large vessel. The ritual is called Adarsha Snana. Adarsha means a mirror. Mirror is an external representation of our Antakarana. where the Divine Mother should actually be invoked and installed.
औषधानि च रत्नानि कालस्य वयवास्य सरितस्सागराश्चैलास्तीर्थानि जलदानदः एते त्वामभिषिञ्चन्तु धर्मकामार्थसिद्धये ॐ सिन्धुभैरवशोणाद्याय
Snaniya Dravyas are offered one after another.
मनसो भूत्वा भृङ्गारै स्नापयन्तु तम् ॐ कुरुक्षेत्रं प्रयागश्चाक्षयो वटसङ्गकः गोदावरी वियद्गङ्गा नर्मदा मणिकर्णिका सर्वाण्येतानि तीर्थानि भृङ्गारै स्नापयन्तु तम् ॐ तक्षकाद्याश्च ये नागापातालतलवासिनः सर्वेषु मनसो भूत्वा भृङ्गारै स्नापयन्तु तम् ॐ दुर्गा चण्डेश्वरी चण्डी वाराही कार्तिकी तथा नरसिद्धा तथा काली इन्द्राणी वैष्णवी तथा भद्रकाली विशाला.
The source of the waters is mentioned in the mantra which is uttered loudly by the Tantradharak Maharaj.
शङ्खजलेन ॐ सर्वेषामधिपो देव ईशानो नाम नामतः शूलपाणिर्महादेव भृङ्गारै स्नापयत्विमां गङ्गाजले मन्दाकिन्यास्तु यद्वारी सर्वपापहरं शुभं सर्गस्सु.
The ritual is called Bhringara Snana.
कृष्णजलेन
In small vessels called Bhringara, waters collected from various holy rivers are poured by uttering the mantras and ringing the bell. This Mahasnana of Devi Durga is a very special liturgical service conducted during the Durga Puja. So many items are offered to the Divine Mother as part of this ceremony. A mirror is ceremoniously placed in front of the image of Devi Durga so that the reflection of the Devi can be seen in it. An assortment of things are offered as part of the Puja Vidhi. Panchagavya, Panchamrita, Sarvaushadhi, Mahaushadhi, etc. are used. Many pots of water mixed with various sacred ingredients like honey, sugar, sandal paste, perfume, camphor, etc. are offered.
पंचरत्न जले ओम नाना रत्न महेशानि सागरे विधि निर्मितं रत्नोदकं महापुण्यं देव्या स्नानन्तु पावनम. पुनर्बार पंचगव्य गोमूत्रे ओम भूर्भुवस्स तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. ओम गवाङ्मूत्रेण पुण्येन सर्वाघ परिमोषिना स्नापयामि जगद्धात्रीं धर्मायुधनवृद्धये गोमयेन गन्धद्वारां दुराधर्षां नित्यपुष्टां.
Devi's Mahasnana as part of Saptami Tithi Vihita Puja is now taking place on the Puja Mandap at Belur Math. Panchagavya is offered as part of Mahasnana ceremony. All the offerings are made on a mirror placed ceremoniously in front of the image of Devi Durga, where her image is reflected.
ओम तेजसी शुक्रमस्य मृतमसी धाम नामासि
Devi's bath is royal and very elaborate. She resides in different regions of the world. She bathes and sports in all the rivers and rivulets and oceans and other water bodies of this universe. Her likes and preferences and her needs and requirements are beyond our imagination and capacity. But her devotees do make an attempt to procure all those things that may please her in her service. Following Panchagavya, now Mahasnana is performed with Panchamrita.
Om Hrim Shivayai Namaha Sharkaraya. Om Hrim Prachandayai Namaha Gritena. Om Hrim Chandikayai Namaha.
Each offering is made to an aspect of Devi Durga.
Om Hrim Durgayai Namaha Madhuna. Om Hrim Gauriyai Namaha.
A wide variety of waters collected from different sources was poured ceremoniously to the accompaniment of mantras.
Sarangrihitva jagatam trayanam yannirimitam yaggakrite vidhatra panchamritam tanmadhurang manugyam snang snapakanti jagadam babhuyat swarna jalena. Om Hrim Durgayai Namaha Rajata Jalena. Om Ambike Varade Devi Jagatam Hitakarini Raupyadakena Devi Twang Snapayami Sushobhane. Om Srim Sri Phalavasinyai Namaha Narikela Jalena.
The mantras describe the items offered and also they contain prayers also for the well-being of the world.
Om Chandikayai Namaha Karpura Jalena. Om Indranyai Namaha Tilodakena.
Once
Om
again,
Hrim Ambikayai Namaha
various items are offered
Om Hrim Chamundayai
as
Namaha
part of the Mahasnana ceremony of
Om
Devi Durga.
Gangauriyai Namaha Pushkarini Jalena. Om Hrim Kalikayai Namaha Vrishti Jalena. Om Hrim Chamundayai Namaha Panchakashaya Jalena. Om Jambushal Malivatyal Yambakulanga Vadaranga Tatha Etan Misritato Ena Snapayami Sushobhane. Om Hrim Bhadrakalyai Namaha
Mixed with various medicinal plants.
Yabagodhu Mamudagaschatilascha Dhanyamevacha Etatto Ena Deveshi Snapayami Prasidame. Om Hrim Umayai Namaha Kunkumodakena. Om Kaushikyai Namaha
And waters
Sharkaraya.
perfumed with various items.
Devanam Tushti Shighram Mataranityam Prasidame. Om Hrim Shivayai Namaha Gorochana. Om Hrim Parvatyai Namaha Sugandhi Jalena. Om Yosau Malayajo Vriksha Saugandhya Nilaya Sada Tajjala Snana Matrena Varada Bhavashobhane. Om Hrim Kalyai Namaha Yavadhanyadi Churna.
The Mahasnana of Devi Durga is also called the Adarsha Snana. In our mind, the Divine Mother should be clearly experienced. Only a sattvic mind can realize the Para Devata in a perfect way.
Om Mangalayai Namaha Urishasringa Mrittikaya. Om Maheshwarayai Namaha
Mritika Snana is now taking place.
Om Kauveriyai Namaha Gajadanta Mrittikaya.
The earth, the mud called Mritika in Sanskrit, is used traditionally to rub the body during the bath.
Om Brahmanyai Namaha Sarovara Mrittikaya. Om Padmavatiyai Namaha.
Different kinds of mritika are offered to the Devi for bathing during the Mahasnana.
Om Narayanyai Namaha. Rajadwara Mrittikaya. Om Aparajitayai Namaha.
Mud or soil collected from various places is offered.
Om Haimavatyai Namaha. Kushamula Mrittikaya. Om Shivayai Namaha. Nada Mrittikaya. Om Rim Maheshwariyai Namaha. Nadi Mrittikaya. Om Rim Shivayai Namaha. Sagara Mrittikaya. Om Rim Katyayanyai Namaha. Goshta Mrittikaya. Om Rim Indranyai Namaha.
The earth is the basic nourishment for life on this planet. According to the scriptures, Prithvi is the predominant Mahabhuta that constitutes the Manushya Loka. Our body is Parthiva. That means the basic material in our body is for the most part the Prithvi Bhuta. Earth is the main material cause of our Sharira. Earth is the sphere of our existence.
Om Sahasra Sherisha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumi Sarvatas Pritvat Shangulam
Purusha Suktam is now being uttered.
Utamritatvasya Shano Yadanena Tirohati Itavanasya Mahimato Jyayangscha Purushaha Padosya Vishwabhutani Tripadasya Amritam Divi Tripadurdha Udait Purushaha Padosyeha Bhavata Punaha Tato Vishwam Vyakramat Swashanana Sane Abhi Tato Virara Jayata Virajo Adhi Purushaha Sajato Atyarichyata Paschad Bhumi Matho Puraha Tasmad Yaggat Sarvahutas Samrutam Prashadajyam Pashungstans Chakre Vayabhyanaranya Gramyaschaye Tasmad Yaggat Sarvahutarichas Samani Jaggire Chandangsi Jaggire Tasmad Yajus Tasmad Ajayata Tasmad Ashwa Ajayanta Yeke Chobhayadata Gaboha Jaggire Tasmad Jata Ajavayaha Tang Yagdang Barishi Prokshan Purushang Jatamagrataha Tina Deva Ajajanta Sadhya Rishayasya Yat Purushang Vyadhu Katidhabya Kalpayam Mukham Kimasyasiti Kingvahu Kimarupada Uchyete Brahmanasya Mukhamasidvahu Rajanyakrataha Urutadasya Yadavaishya Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata Chandrama Manaso Jatas Chaksho Suryo Ajayata Shrotradvayuscha Pranascha Mukhadagni Rajayata Nabhyasidantariksam Shirshnodyau Samavaratata Padbhyam Bhumirdisha Shrotrat Tatha Lokana Kalpayan Yat Purushena Havishadeva Yaggam Natanvata Vasantosya Siddhajyan Grishma Idma Sharadhabi Saptyasyasana Paridhaya Stri Saptas Samidhakrataha Deva Yadayaggam Tanvana Abadanan Purushanga Pashum Yaggena Yaggama Yajanta Devastani Dharmani Prathamanyasan Tehana Kang Mahimana Sachanta Yatra Purve Sadhya Santi Devaha Adbhyasamrita Prithivyaira Sacha Vishwakaramana Samavartatagre Tasya Tvashtabhidadada Rupameti Tanamartyasya Devattvamajanamagre Vedametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varanam Tamasapparastat Tameva Viditvati Mrityumeti Nanyapanta Vidyate Ayanaya Prajapatiscarati garve antarajayamano vahudha vijayate tasya yonim paripashyanti dhiras tasmin hatasthurbavanani vishwa yo devebhyatapati yo devanam purohitah purvo yo devebhyo jato namo ruchaya brahmahe rucham brahmam janayanto devagre tadabrubam yastvaivam brahmano vidyat tatsya deva asanavashe Srishchate Lakshmishcha Patnyao Ratre Parshve Nakshatrani Rupamashino Vyattam Ishnan Nishanamam Maishana Sarvalokam Maishana
Snaniam was offered by uttering the celebrated Purusha Suktam of Rigveda.
Mama Labanikshu Sura Sarapi Dadidugda Jalantakaha Sahasradharaya Deving Snapayami Maheshwarim सागरा सरितशैला स्तीर्थानि जलदानदः रत्नौषधि विपापगना भृंगारै स्नापयन्तु ते
Mahasnana of Devi Durga is now taking place on the Puja Mandap.
वसोपवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं
First, the items like oil for her Abhyanga and Udvartana were offered.
वसोपवित्रेण
Panchagavya was offered, Panchamrita was offered, Sarvaushadhi Jalam and Mahaushadhi Jalam was offered. Many pots of water mixed with various sacred ingredients were offered by uttering mantras. Soil collected from different places were offered as part of the Mritika Snana.
अमग्निमीलेति मन्त्रेण ऋग्वेदस्याद्यया ऋचा त्वां स्नापयतु गव्येन पयःकुम्भेन चण्डिकाम् इक्षुरसेन अमिषेत्वाख्येन मन्त्रेण स्नापयत्विक्षुजद्रवै शरशीतिभिधा युक्त यजुर्वेदसुरेश्वरीं मधुना सहस्रशाखा संयुक्तः सामवेदो मधुद्रवै अग्नायाहि मन्त्रेण.
This will be followed by Ashta-kalasha Snana, another part of the Mahasnana of Devi Durga. Mahasnana of Devi Durga is a grand ceremony. A very special liturgical service conducted during the Durga Puja. By uttering the Veda mantras from all the four Vedas, Snaniyam is now being offered to Devi Durga.
शन्नो देवीरभीष्टये शन्नो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः. अष्टकलश स्नान आदौ गंगाजलपूर्णघटेन ओम सुरास्त्वाम् अभिषिञ्चन्तु ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वरः.
Waters are poured from four different vessels by uttering Veda mantras from all the four Vedas.
मेघाम्बु परिपूर्णेन द्वितीय कलशेन तु सरस्वती नदी जलपूर्ण घटेन ओम सारस्वतेन तोयेन संपूर्णेन सुरोत्तमे विद्याधराश्च.
That was followed by Ashta-kalasha Snana. Waters from 8 different kalashas, vessels. The waters collected from 8 different sources.
वारिना परिपूर्णेन पद्मरेणु सुगंधिना पंचमेना विषिञ्चन्तु नागाश्च कलशेन तु निर्झर जलपूर्ण घटेन हिमबद्धेन मकुटाद्याभिषिञ्चन्तु पर्वतः.
In the Mahasnana, a long list of items suitable to the disposition and stature of the Divine Mother is offered.
सप्तमेनाभिषिञ्चन्तु ऋषयः सप्तखेचरः चंदन युक्त जलपूर्ण घटेन वसवश्चाभिषिञ्चन्तु कलशेनाष्टमेन तु अष्टमंगल संयुक्ते दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते. शुद्ध जलेन घटेन 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 शुद्ध जल घटेन. ओम धर्म ज्ञानं च वैराग्यं तपस्यत्यं क्षमाधृतिः यशो विवेक नियमो ब्रह्मचर्यं दयादमः शान्तिर्मौनम तथा शौचं सन्तोषो मितभाषिता यावत्यश्चोपनिषदः कैवल्यप्रतिपादकः स्थावरं जङ्गमं चापि त्रैलोक्ये यत् प्रतिष्ठितं यद् ब्रह्म सृष्टावुत्पन्नं मूर्तं चामूर्तमेव च अचरं यच्चरं वापि यद् वाङ्मयवाङ्मयं तत्ते सर्वे स्नापयन्तु त्वां नवमेन घटेन हि.
A variety of
Sugandhi Jalapurna
jalopacharas for the
Galena
Mahasnana of
Bringar
the
Sana
Mahadevi
Om Surya Soma
was
Kuberascha
offered
Varuno
at the
Yada
beginning of
Sampati
the
Ete
Mahapuja.
Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Te
The
Maditishcha
Ashtakalasha Snana
Didishchaiva
is now
Tathaivarundhati
followed by
Sati
Sugandhi
Eta
Jalasnana.
Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Taha Vyasascha Naradaschaiva
This is the
Dhanadhyakshasthatha
last
Shivaha
phase of
Ete
Mahasnana.
Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Te Mairavata Pundarika Kumudascha Dishangajaha Ete Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Te Brihaspati Suracharyo Daityanam Bhrigu Aruno Varunaschaiva Snapayantu Shiva Priyam Deva Kanya Naga Kanya Sathaiva Apsara Sanganaha Gandhodaka Samriddhena Ghatena Snapayantrimam Vidyadhara Pushpadanto Ha Ha Hoscha Viryavan Gitavaditya Nrityena Snapayantu Maheshwarim Daityascha Danavaschaiva Yatudhana Sahasrashaha Ete Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Te Durga Chandeshwari Chandi Varahi Kartiki Tatha Harasiddha Tatha Kali Bhairavi Sarvarupini Eta Sumanaso Bhutva Bringarai Snapayantu Taha
Devi's Mahasnana is now complete.
Katyayanaaya Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgi Prachodayato.
After the Mahasnana, some prayers will be uttered addressing the Devi.
Vastrakhanda. Sindur আছে তো? এটা নিচে।
The Darpana or the Adarsha, the mirror on which the Mahasnana was performed, is now cleansed and wiped.
এই জায়গাটা পুছে পুজোর জোগাড় করে দে, হ্যাঁ অনুজিৎ এই জায়গাটা
Devi's Bija Mantra Hrim will be written on this mirror and it will be placed appropriately in front of the Devi. After the Mahasnana, there will be an entreaty for forgiveness, Kshama Prarthana, to the Divine Mother. After which, an elaborate puja in honor of the Divine Mother will begin. Dhak is an integral part of Durga Puja. All the main rituals are conducted to the accompaniment of the loud beats of Dhak. Prayers.
Kritamanyunadhikam vapi yaddepya snana karmani tadachitram bhavatvad vat prasadana maheshwari. Devi Dasana.
Now the Divine Mother will be persuaded to move and enter the place of worship and remain there till the puja is complete. O Devi Chandike, move and enter the place of worship. Remain here till I complete the puja and please accept my puja. With this prayer, the Archak and Tantradharak would begin the puja, which is the Saptami Puja for today. At the end of the Mahasnana, the monks of the Ramakrishna order are offering their salutations in front of the Devi. A large number of devotees and visitors are here. The nuns of the Sharada order of the Dakshineshwar, the Matajis from Dakshineshwar, Sharada Math are also present. By holding the asana of Devi Durga, prayers were uttered, entreating her to be present on the Puja Mandap on all the Puja days. Chandike Chala Chala Chalaya Chalaya Durge Pujalayam Pravisha Pravishya Tishtha Yajnesmin Yavat Pujam Karomyaham Pujam Grihana Sumukhi Namaste Shankara Priye Agacha Madgrihe Devi Sarva Sampatti Hetave. Please accept my puja, O the consort of Shiva. Please come to my place and accept the puja that I offer according to my ability. Do come along with the 8 Shaktis, O the most adorable one. Accept my worship and be gracious enough to grant boons, honor, wealth and happiness on all of us. After these prayers, Sashtanga Pranama is offered in front of the Devi by the Pujari and Tantradharak. And now begins an elaborate worship, the Mahapuja, the Saptami Tithi Vihita Puja. This is an extensive and graceful puja of the Devi and her parivaras. The first phase of this puja contains many rituals concerning purification and consecration, and 16 upacharas, offerings, will be made to Devi Durga, and therefore this puja is called Shodashopachara Puja. The main part of the Durga Puja begins from today, the Mahasaptami. At Belur Math, the Mahasaptami Puja commenced with rituals in honor of the Navapatrika. Navapatrika was brought to the Puja Mandap, given a ceremonial bath. It was bathed and decorated with an orange colored sari. Mother Durga was invoked in it. Navapatrika Snana was followed by Mahasnana, the great bath of Devi Durga. The Mahasnana was performed on a mirror using various materials and waters from various sources. After the Mahasnana, now the puja begins. The puja contains consecration and divinization of the image. The ritual is known as the Pranapratishta. The preliminary consecration and prayers as part of Devi's Shodashopachara Puja have begun. After the preliminary rituals, and nyasas and prayers, there will be Pranapratishta of Devi Durga, after which Devi's Shodashopachara Puja will begin.
Om Devi Tat Prakritam Chittam Papa Krantam Abhun Mama Tannisara Chitpan Me Papam Hu Vachate Namaha Om Surya Somo Yamakalo Maha Bhutani Panchacha Iti Shubha Shubha Sriha Karbano Navasakshinaha Gandhadi Rachana Bangitebya Gandhadibya Nama Bangitebya Gandhadibya Nama Bangitebya Gandhadibya Nama Mete Gandhapushpe Tebya Gandhadibya Nama Ete Gandhapushpe Ometa.
Now the items meant for the puja are purified with the mantras.
গন্ধপুষ্পে মনোময়কে ডেকে না একটু নারায়ণ আর শিবকে একটু এগিয়ে দিতে হবে.
When Durga Puja with image of the Devi was performed for the first time in Belur Math under the directions of Swami Vivekananda, Mother Sri Sharada Devi also arrived to witness the ceremony and bless the occasion. It was in the year 1901. That year, the Saptami Tithi fell on the 19th of October, a Saturday. And this year, this long tradition of Durga Puja at Belur Math enters its 125th year. Swami Vivekananda started Durga Puja in image at Belur Math in the year 1901. Om Javakusma Sankasham Kashyapeyang Mahadutim Dhantarim Sarvapapagrang Pranatosmi Divakaram. An arghya was offered to Surya Devata. Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starkshvarishtanemi Swastina Brihaspatir Tadhatu Vedi Shodhanam. Shodhita Panchagodvi Vedi Shodhanam. All the puja items will be sanctified and various divinities will be worshipped. There will be Bhuta Shuddhi and Nyasa. All this is meant to divinize the body and mind of the pujari and also to sanctify the items used in the puja. The ritual known as Vedi Shodhanam is now underway. Vedi is the pedestal on which Devi is invoked and installed. Om Sindhoriva Pradhvani Shughana Swata Pramiha Patayanti Yavaha Grutasya Dhara Arushonavaji Kashta Vindan Nurme Vipinvamana Om Kandat Pradohanti Purusha Parushaspari. Several legends have blended together over the centuries to form the basis of the Durga Puja. Krishna Nishana Mumma Ishana Sarvalokam Ishana Kam Gandhadwaram Duradharsham Nitya Pushtankarishinim Ishwarim Sarva Bhutanam Twami Opa Vaishriyam Yuvasuvasa Parivita Gad Sausreyan Bhavati Jayamana Tandhirasa Kabaya Unnayanti Sadhyo Manasa Devayantaha Sthirikaranam. In the Treta Yuga, Sri Ramachandra was advised by Narada to propitiate Devi Durga. According to the Puranas, during the 6 months of the sun's southward journey called the Dakshinayana, the gods remain asleep. So Sri Rama had to awaken the goddess first. This is why the first ritual in Durga Puja is the awakening of the Devi called Bodhan. The legend of Sri Ramachandra performing the Durga Puja is found in the Ramayana in Bengali, written by Krittivas. In some sources, Like the Brihad Dharma Purana, it is mentioned that when Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra wanted to propitiate the Devi, it was Brahma who did the awakening of the Divine Mother. Another legend about the Durga Puja is Uma's homecoming, the coming of Devi Uma from her abode in Kailash to the home of her parents.
पयस्वती पुनर्मा विशताद्रैः वरुणस्वत्तं मनमसि वरुणस्य स्कम्बसर्जनिस्तो वरुणस्य ऋतसदन्यसि वरुणस्य ऋतसदनमसि वरुणस्य ऋतसदनमासीद पल्लवमं धन्वनागा धन्वना जिञ्जयेम धन्वना तीव्रस्समदो जयेम धनुषत्रडपकामं कृणोति धन्वना सर्वप्रदिशो जयेम.
The ritual called Vedi Shodhanam is now taking place.
पुष्पिणीः बृहस्पति प्रसूता स्वानो मुञ्चन्तं हस सिन्धोरिव प्राध्वने शूघनासुवाथ प्रमीह पतयन्ति यौवः घृतस्य धारा अरुषो नवाजी काष्ठाविन्दन्नुर्मि विपिन्वमानः काण्डात् काण्डात् प्रणुहन्ति पुरुषः परुषस्परि एवानुदुर्विप्रतनु सहस्रेण शतेन च श्रीश्च ते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या होरात्रे पार्श्वे
The Vedi, the pedestal where Devi Durga would be installed, is now being consecrated with various mantras. Devi Uma is mentioned in the Keno Upanishad, an ancient text of the Vedic canon, where she is described as Uma Haimavati. She is the embodiment of Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahman that liberates the soul from all bondages. She appeared in front of Indra in a moment of bewilderment and confusion and revealed herself. She was worshipped by Ramachandra in the Treta Yuga. She was worshipped by all the gods and goddesses. She is worshipped by the human beings during the autumn season. It is a popular belief in Bengal that Uma comes and stays with the people for 3 days.
सामान्यार्घस्थापनम शीघ्रं कुरु.
Devi Puja prescribed for the day of Saptami is now taking place on the Puja Mandap at Belur Math. Samanyarghasthapanam is the next part of the ritual, consecrating the holy waters meant for the puja. Shri Shri Chandi, also known as the Durga Saptashati, describes the glories of Devi Durga. Her leelas, her feats, her avadanas are meant for our devout contemplation. Shri Shri Chandi or Durga Saptashati is chanted every day on the Puja Mandap. Chandi Parayana also forms an integral part of the Durga Puja. The image of Durga as Mahishasura Mardini epitomizes the contents of the Durga Saptashati. The Durga Saptashati, also called Shri Shri Chandi, presents a very glorious picture of Parashakti. Shakti is the dynamic aspect of the ultimate reality known as Brahman. Shakti is regarded as the feminine principle. An integral aspect of the feminine principle is the motherhood. It is this maternal aspect that is glorified during the Durga Puja. In the Shakta tradition in general, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Jini Brahmo, Tini Shakti, Tini Maya, Tini Ma. He who is Brahman is Shakti, and he himself is the mother of the universe.
देहल्यामैते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीं अस्त्राय नमः नैऋतकुरेते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीं ब्रह्मणे नमः भूमौते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीं वास्तुपुरुषाय नमः भूतावाहनम्.
Dwara Devata Puja is now complete, and now the priest moves on to Bhuta Puja and Masha Bhakta Bali. This will be followed by various Shuddhi karmas like Bhuta Shuddhi, Bhumi Shuddhi, Asana Shuddhi, Kara Shuddhi, Pushpa Shuddhi, Mantra Shuddhi, and various nyasas. All these rituals are meant to divinize oneself and also the materials used in the puja.
Bangatasmai Sopakaran Naivedyanam, Bangatasmai Sopakaran Naivedyanam, Omitegandapushpetasmai Sopakaran Naivedyanam, Omitegandapushpeta Dipatae Devaya Srivishnavinam, Omitegandapushpeta Sampradanaya Bhutadibhyanama Phat Phat Patam Soprokshitamastum Sri Vishnu Pundarikaksha Punatu.
The Durga Saptashati, Shri Shri Chandi, is divided into three parts. In the first part, Devi appears as Mahamaya, which is described as Yoga Nidra of Vishnu. In the second part of the Chandi, Devi appears as Mahishasura Mardini and also is called Chandika. In the third part of the Chandi, Devi appears first as Parvati, and then out of her form there arises another form known as Kaushiki Durga. The image of Durga as Mahishasura Mardini epitomizes the contents of the Durga Saptashati.
Bhutapasaranam. Phat 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 Saptatha Japit. Om Sarva Vignanu Sarayhum Phat Swaha.
Devi is the mother of the universe. A mother has three main functions. She gives birth, she nourishes, and she cares and protects. It is the third aspect that is highlighted in the Chandi. She cares and protects. God is not a disinterested spectator of the universe. He is not just a spectator of the drama of human life. God, as the mother of the universe, is an active participant. She protects people from dangers. There is this cosmic figure of the Divine Mother towering over millions of people, guarding them from dangers, punishing evildoers. Durga Saptashati depicts this reality in details. Vice, wickedness, cruelty, injustice and suffering. All these are as much real as virtue, love, compassion, cooperation, etc., which humanity has idealized and dreamed about from time immemorial. Dharma and adharma, virtue and vice, are two inseparable aspects of our life.
Antariksha Vigna Nivaranam Amastraya Phat Amastraya Phat Devata Puja Drabya Shuddhi Om Ring Fat Om Ring Fat Om Ring Fat Dhenu Mudra Pradarshanam.
But Devi protects her devotees from all the dangers of wickedness and cruelty and injustice. Human mind tends to associate Godhead only with love and compassion. We forget that Godhead has also an aspect of power, terror and destruction. This destructive aspect of Godhead was once shown to Arjuna by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Through the Vishwarupa Darshana revelation, we find the same terrible aspect of God depicted as the eternal feminine throughout the mantras of Sri Sri Chandi. Yang Om Duksha Yagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakaledi Vam Durgayai Namaha Yang Shang Om Daksha Yagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakaledi Vam Durgayai Namaha Shang Vanni Prakara Chintanam Rangmantra. An important message of the Shakta scriptures, especially the Durga Saptashati, is the empowerment of women. Sri Sri Chandi shows to what heights this empowerment can be raised, how much power women can wield, how they can work independently and face boldly even the worst challenges of life without unduly depending on men. Durga Puja delivers a message of hope, an assurance of divine help and succor. Om Bhuta Sringat Achira Sushumana Pathena Jiva Shivam Parama Shivapati Yojayami Swaha Om Yang Linga Shariram Shoshaya Shoshaya Swaha Om Rang Sankocha Shariram Dahadaha Swaha Om Parama Shiva Sushumana Pathena Mula Sringata Mulla Solla Shajwala Jala Prajwala Prajwala Soham Hangsa Swaha Ang Hung Fat Swaha Ang Hung Fat Swaha Bhuta Shuddhi and Vyapakanyasa. Om Ang Ring Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hung Ang Shri Durga Devataya Prana Iha Prana Om Ang Ring Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hung Ang Nyasa literally means imposing or setting down something. Nyasa involves touching various parts of the body while chanting specific mantras and sacred letters. Nyasa is done to impose the mantras upon the body, thus assigning the divinity of one's devotions into one's own body. The sadhaka divinizes his or her body and mind through these sacred rituals called nyasas. The basic rule in the Tantra liturgy is Devo Bhutva Devam Yajeta. The worshipper has to first attain similarity with the divinity he or she intends to worship. Antarmatrika Nyasa. This will be followed by Bahya Matrika Nyasa and Samhara Matrika Nyasa. The usual procedure of the Shakta liturgy in order to purify one's own body and mind. Devo Bhutva Devam Yajeta. The Tithis from Mahasaptami to Vijayadashami are marked by 4 auspicious constellations of stars. It is said in the traditional puja manuals, Mule Navahayet Devim Shravanena Visarjayet. Devi's Avahana is on the day associated with the Mula Nakshatra, And the Visarjana Puja is on the day of the Shravana Nakshatra. Samhara Matrika Nyasa is now taking place. After the Nyasa rituals, some preliminary pujas will be performed for the Guru, Pancha Devata and some other divinities. Then Baneshwara Shiva will be worshipped, following which the rituals leading to the Pranapratishta of Devi Durga will begin. Guru Puja. Ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadhi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigunadahitam sadgurung tang namami ishagandha omayim Sri Gurave namaha idam sachandana. Guru Puja will be followed by Pancha Devata Puja. Pancha Devatas include Ganesha, Shiva, Narayana, Surya and Durga. The main part of the Sharadeya Durga Puja begins today on the Saptami Tithi, endowed with Mula Nakshatra. After 3 days of elaborate rituals performed on the Saptami, Ashtami and the Navami Tithis, the puja will conclude with Visarjan on the Dashami Tithi, associated with Shravana Nakshatra. Thus the puja happens when the nakshatras Mula, Purva Shadha, Uttara Shadha and Shravana are consecutively on the ascent in the Ashwina Shukla Paksha. Ishagandham Ganganeshaya Namaidam Sachandana Pushpamam Ganganeshaya Namaidam Sachandana Bilvadalamam Ganganeshaya Namaidam Sachandana Durvankuramam Ganganeshaya. Ganesha Puja as part of the Pancha Devata Puja. Worship of Goddess Mother has prevailed in India from prehistoric times. It was perhaps in vogue even in the time of the Vedic rishis. In the Rig Veda, there is a wonderful hymn known as the Devi Suktam, which is chanted during Durga Puja days. The Devi Suktam is a declaration of the spiritual realization of a Rishika. This Rishika, who was the daughter of a sage, realizes her true self as the supreme power that creates and controls the universe. She knows herself as the Paramatman, the Parashakti. This Rishika identifies herself with the Supreme Divine Mother. Shiva Puja as part of the Pancha Devata Puja is now taking place. Namo Mahim Trambakang Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanamurvarukamav Vandanaat Mritya Mokshya Mamritaton Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayatum Idam Snani Udakamong Namah Shivaya Namaha Dhyanam. Water for bath, Snani Udakam, is offered and Shiva's image is meditated upon, following which Shiva will be worshipped with various upacharas. Ishagandha Om Namah Shivaya Namah Idam Sachandana Pushpam Om Namah Shivaya Namah Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva will be worshipped in the form of Ashtamurtis also. Lord Shiva is visible to us. He can be experienced in this world in the form of Pancha Bhutas, Surya, Chandra, and the soul. These are the Ashtamurtis of Lord Shiva.
Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Namah Shivaya Namaha Shivaya Namaha Ete Gandha Pushpe Om Ashtamurti Bhyo Namaha Ete Gandha Pushpe Om Rim Gauriyai Namaha Om Namah Shivaya Shantaya Karanatraya Hetave Nivedayami Chatmanam Tvangati Parameshwara Tava Tattvam Na Janami Kidrishosi Maheshwara Yadrishosi Mahadeva Tadrishaya Namo Namaha Surya Om Dham Rim Saraktam Mujasanam Shesha Gunaika Sindhum Bhanum Samasta Jagatam Bhajami
Shiva Puja is followed by Surya Puja. Surya is one of the Pancha Devatas. The preliminary worship must contain Pancha Devata Puja. In the Smarta liturgy, Pancha Devatas, the 5 principal deities of Hinduism, are always worshipped at the very beginning of any important ritual.
Narayana.
Although the Divine Mother is only one, her manifestations are many. She is worshipped as an independent supreme goddess. She is mostly pictured as riding a lion. Therefore, she is known as Simhavahini. She is the consort of Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana is present on the Puja Mandap in the form of Shalagrama Shila. Narayana is now worshipped in the form of a Shalagrama. In the Devi Mahatmya, popularly known as the Chandi, worship of the Divine Mother assumes an independent supreme status. Snani Odaka is offered on the Shalagrama Shila, representing Narayana, to the accompaniment of Veda mantras. Following Snaniya, Shalagrama Shila will be placed on its ceremonial seat. And various upacharas will be offered. Narayana Puja is now taking place.
ॐ नमो नारायणाय ध्येयः सदा सवितृमण्डलमध्यवर्ती नारायण सरसिजासन सन्निविष्टः केयूरवान् कनककुण्डलवान् किरीटिहारी हिरण्मय वपुर्धृत शङ्खचक्र
Narayana's divine form is meditated upon, and Narayana is now worshipped with various upacharas. A tulsi leaf is offered besmeared with sandal paste, following which dhupa and deepa are offered, and there is naivedyam. Narayana Puja will be followed by Kaushiki Puja, worship of Devi Durga as part of the Panchayatana Puja. Pancha Devata Puja will be followed by Baneshwara Shiva Puja. Baneshwara is present on the Puja Mandap along with Narayana. Worship of various divinities is an integral part of the preliminary rituals which must be done before we proceed towards the main part of today's Devi Puja. ईशगंध ओम ह्रीं जय दुर्गायै नमः इदं सचंदन पुष्पम ओम ह्रीं जय दुर्गायै नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रीं जय दुर्गायै Durga Puja with image of the Devi was performed for the first time in Belur Math in 1901. It was introduced by none other than Swami Vivekananda. Before 1901, the annual Durga Puja used to be performed in a consecrated pot, ghata, in the monastery. That also is an old custom in the puja tradition of Bengal. The consecrated pot still continues as an object of worship in the Durga Puja. ओम ऐं त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् ओम तत् Baneshwara Shiva Puja is now taking place. तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ओम घोरेभ्यो घोरेभ्यो घोर घोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो सर्व सर्वेभ्यो नमः. All the rituals of the Durga Puja take place on the Puja Mandap in the presence of Narayana Shila and Baneshwara Shiva. वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो वलविकरणाय नमो वलाय. Baneshwara Shiva is another sacred object of worship. नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः ईशानः सर्वविद्यानां ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा. Baneshwara Shiva witnesses all the puja rituals conducted on the Puja Mandap. After the Snaniyam, Baneshwara's divine form will be meditated upon, following which there will be Baneshwara Shiva's worship with various upacharas. This will be followed by worship of various other divinities like Agni, Aditya, Indra, various incarnations of gods and goddesses. And once again, certain nyasas would be performed. Consecration of the Pitha will take place, the ceremonial seat for the Devi. After the Pitha Nyasa and Pitha Shakti Nyasa, Rishyadi Nyasa, Karanyasa, Anganyasa and Vyapaka Nyasa, Devi Durga's divine form will be meditated upon. And Devi will be worshipped after the Pranapratishta. Baneshwara Shiva's divine form is described in these mantras.
एष धूप ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः एष दीप ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः नैवेद्य खुले दाओ भंगतस्मै सोपकरण नैवेद्याय नमः भंगतस्मै सोपकरण नैवेद्याय
In the puja conducted in the year 1901 at Belur Math, the Sankalpa mantra was uttered in the holy name of Mother Shri Sharada Devi, the Sangha Janani, the consort of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna. Holy Mother Shri Sharada Devi, as she is called, was the divine consort of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna. She was personally present in the puja. During the puja at Belur Math to bless her children. Actually, the puja was conducted with her consent and blessings. She came to Belur Math along with her women devotees to witness the puja. With the permission of Mother Sharada Devi, the Sankalpa mantra for the puja was uttered in her name, and the tradition continues till today. Gandha Pushpa Puja, worship with flowers of various divinities. This will be followed by Pitanyasa. यै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पं कुलदेवतायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पं गङ्गायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पं यां यमुनायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे क्रीं श्रीमद्दक्षिणकालिकायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पं. The Divine Mother is regarded as the spouse of Lord Shiva. Here again there were two schools of the Shakta tradition. In one school, the Divine Mother and Shiva are regarded as equal in power. This is called Samaya, and more common in certain parts of India. In other school, known as Kaula, the Divine Mother as Kali is regarded as the dynamic principle and Shiva as the passive principle. This school is most prevalent in Bengal and also in Kashmir and Kerala. The Divine Mother is the Shakti of Shri Bhagavan. She has 10 great wisdom forms called Dasha Mahavidyas: Kali, Tara, Tripura Sundari, Bhuvaneshwari, Bhairavi, Chinnamasta, Dhumavati, Bagalamukhi, Matangi and Kamala. Om Am Prabhaye Nama, Om Ing Mayaye Nama, Om Om Jayaye Nama, Om Em Sukshmaye Nama, Om Aim Vishuddhaye Nama, Om Om Randinyay Nama, Om Om. Pitanyasa is followed by Pita Shaktinyasa, in which the divinities associated with the Pita are worshipped. Next is the Rishyadinyasa. Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Nama Ityasya Shri Durga Mantrasya Narada Rishi Gayatri Chando Durga Devata Rim Vijam Shring Shakti Kling Kilakam Chaturvarga Siddhaye Vinyoga. In the Rishyadinyasa, the Devi mantra is consecrated. Narada is the Rishi of the Mula mantra of Devi Durga. Gayatri is the Chanda. Durga is the Devata. Hrim is the Bija. Shrim is the Shakti. And Klim is the Kilaka. This is followed by Karanyasa, Anganyasa and Vyapakanyasa. The hands and the whole body are consecrated by the Pujari and followed and Devi's Dhyana follows. Vyapakanyasa is followed by the Dhyana on the divine form of Devi Durga as the Mahishasura Mardini. This form is meditated upon chanting the mantras loud. Uttamo Brahma Sadbhavo Dhyana Bhavastu Madhyamaha Japastotre Dhamo Bhavo Bahya Puja Dhama Dhama. A worship which concentrates on the external materials and pomp is condemned, but meditation is extolled.
Purnendu sadrishananam atasi pushpavarnabham supratishtham sulochanam navayauvana sampannam sarvabharana bhushitam sucharu dashanam tadavat pinonnatapayodharam tribhangasthana sangsthanam mahishasuramardinim Mrinalayata sangsparsha dashawahu samanvitam Trishulam dakshinedhyeyam khargang chakrang kramadadaha Tikshnavanan tatha shakting dakshineshu vichintayeti Ketakang purnachapancha pashamankushamevacha Ghantamava parashum vapi vamatas sanniveshayati adhastana mahishantadavad vishiraskam pradarshayat shiraschedod bhavantadvad danavam kharagapaninam hridishulena nirvinnan niryadantra vibhushitam Rakatarakati kritangancha rakata vispurite kshanam vishtitan nagapashena bhukuti bhishanananam sapashavamahastena dhritakeshancha durgaya vamatarudhiravaktamcha debya singham pradarshayit debyastu dakshinam padam samam singho paristhitam kinchidurdham tatha vamam angushtham mahishopari prasannavadanang devim sarvakama phalapradam shatrukshayakaring devim daityadanavadarapaham stuyamanancha tatrupam amarai sanniveshayate Ugra chanda prachanda cha chandogra chandanaika chanda chandavati chaiva chandarupati chandika abhishakti virashtabhi satatam pariveshtitam chintaye jagatang dhatring dharma kamartha mokshadam.
The divine form of Devi Durga is described precisely in minute details in these shlokas chanted by Tantradharak Maharaj. This is followed by Manasa Puja.
Sahasrarachyutamritai padyam charanayor dadyat manastvarghyam nivedayate tenamritena chamaniyam snaniyam tena chasmritam Akashatatvam vastram syat gandhasyat gandhatatvakam chittam prakalpayeti pushpam dhupam pranan prakalpayeti tejastatvancha deepartham naivedyam syat sudham buddhi anahatadvanirghanta vayutatvancha chamaram Sahasraram bhavetchatram shabdatatvancha gitakam nrityamindriya karmani chanchalyam manasastatha sumekhalam padmamalam pushpannana vidhantatha amayadyair bhava pushpair archayet bhava gocharam amayam अनहंकारम अरागम अमदंग तथा अमोहकमदं वंच अद्वेषाक्षोभकौ तथा अमात्सर्यम् अलोभञ्च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रहः दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशै भावपुष्पै सम्पूजयेत् शिवाम्.
In the Manasa Puja, the upacharas are offered to Devi Durga mentally. Manasa, Vachasa, Chaiva, Karmana, Pujanam, Tridha. The Hindu liturgy has harmonized all these three elements in it. When we listen to these mantras, the awe-inspiring and astounding form of the Mahishasura Mardini Devi appears in our mind. Manasa Puja is followed by Vishesharghya Sthapana. Vishesharghya is a special offering of water and flowers consecrated in a conch. In the Vishesharghya, the water is consecrated by invoking all the 7 rivers of the Indian subcontinent. Then the Devi Durga is invoked into the Vishesharghya through the Avahana mantras. Vishesharghya forms an important offering when the Shodashopachara Puja will be performed. Vishesharghya is placed, arranged on a conch where Devi's special presence is invoked.
Om Bhurubhuvasvaring Sri Bhagavati Durge Devi Yagaccha Yatishta Sanideya Saniruddhasva Yasamukhi Baba Tradishtanam Kurumama Pujang Grihana Ete Gandapushpyam Daksha Yagabinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakale Rimam Durgayai Namaha Masamudra Sadanam Rim Dashadajapit फट 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 तालत्रयं धेनु योनि परमिकरणं मुद्रां प्रदर्शयेत् किंचित् अर्घ्यजलं गृहीत्वा
Through the Avahana mantras, Devi's special presence was invoked into the Vishesharghya. The Vishesharghya Jalam will be sprinkled all around on all the articles of puja, thus sanctifying them with the presence of Devi's special presence and power.
Ete Gandapushpyam Adhara Shaktaye Namaha, Ete Gandapushpyam Prakritye Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Kurmaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Anantaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Prithibhye Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Shira Samudraya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Manimandapaya Nama.
This is Pitha Puja.
Shweta Dvipaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Parijataya Nama.
After installing the Vishesharghya, the Pitha, the ceremonial seat for Devi Durga, is worshipped in this way. In the Pitha Puja, flowers are offered on the ghata itself, since Devi was invoked and installed there already.
Ete Gandapushpyam Adharmaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Ajnanaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Avairagyaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Anaishwaryaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Anantaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Padmaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Anandakandaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Samvinnalaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Prakritimaya Patrebhya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Vikaramaya Kesharebhyo Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Tattvamaya Karinikaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Arkamandalaya Dvadashakalatmani Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Soma Mandalaya Shorashakalatmane Nama, Ete Gandapushpyam Mangmani Mandalaya Dashakalatmane Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Sangsatwaya Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Rangrajase Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Tamtamase Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Angatmane Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Angantaratmane Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Pangparamatmane Nama, Ete Gandapushpe Ring Jnanatmane Nama.
Pitha Puja will be followed by Pitha Shakti Puja.
प्रभायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ईं मायायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ जायायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ऐं सूक्ष्मायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ऐं विशुद्धायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ नन्दिन्यै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ सुप्रभायै नमः.
Pitha Shaktis are the divinities associated with the Pitha of Devi Durga. They are now being worshipped.
ओम वज्रणखदंष्ट्रायुधाय महासिंहासनायुं फट्टमः रांगुंष्ठभ्यंगनमुरिं तर्जनिभ्यं स्वारुं मध्यमभ्यं वषड्रैंगनामिकाभ्यंगुरुं
Karanyasa and Anganyasa follow.
रांगदानमुरिं षड्सेश्वारुं शिखाय वषड्रैं कवचायुरुं नत्रत्रायभूषड्रक्करतरपृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय फट्.
And again, the Divine Mother will be meditated on. The mantras which describe her divine form will be chanted. Brahmachari Shaumitra Maharaj is the main priest, assisted by Swami Shastrajnanandaji as the Tantra Dharak.
Om Rhim Om Rhim Jata Juta Samayuktam Ardhendukrita Shekharam लोचनत्रय संयुक्तां पूर्णेन्दु सदृशाननां अतसी पुष्पवर्णाभां सुप्रतिष्ठां सुलोचनां नवयौवन सम्पन्नां सर्वाभरणभूषितां सुचारुदशनां तद्वत् पीनोन्नतपयोधरां त्रिभङ्गस्थान संस्थानां महिषासुरमर्दिनीं मृणालायत संस्पर्श दशबाहु समन्वितां त्रिशूलं दक्षिणे ध्येयं खड्गं चक्रं क्रमादतः तीक्ष्णबाणं तथा शक्तिं दक्षिणेषु विचिन्तयेत् खेटकं पूर्णचापं च पाशमङ्कुशमेव च घण्टां वा परशुं वापि वामतः सन्निवेशयेत् अधस्तान्महिषं तद्वद्विशिरस्कं प्रदर्शयेत् शिरश्चेदोद्भवं तद्वद्दानवं खड्गपाणिनं हृदि शूलेन निर्भिन्नं निर्यदन्त्रविभूषितं रक्तारक्तिकृताङ्गं च रक्तविस्फुरितेक्षणं वेष्टितन्नागपाशेन भ्रूकुटीभीषणाननं सपाशवामहस्तेन धृतकेशं च दुर्गया वमतरुधिरवक्त्रं च दिव्या सिंहं प्रदर्शयेत् दिव्यास्तु दक्षिणं पादं समं सिंहोपरि स्थितं किञ्चिदूर्ध्वं तथा वाममङ्गुष्ठं महिषोपरि प्रसन्नवदनां देवीं सर्वकामफलप्रदां शत्रुक्षयकरीं देवीं दैत्यदानवदर्पहां स्तूयमानं च तद्रूपममरैः सन्निवेशयेत् उग्रचण्डा प्रचण्डा च चण्डोग्रा चण्डनायिका चण्डा चण्डवती चैव चण्डरूपातिचण्डिका आभिशक्तिविरष्टाभिः सततं परिवेष्टितं चिन्तयेत् जगतां धात्रीं धर्मकामार्थमोक्षदाम्.
These mantras describe Devi Durga as the Mahishasuramardini, the form in which the Devi is worshipped during the Durga Puja.
देव्यां देव्या ज्योतिर्मयीं मूर्तिं चिन्तयेत् यमिति वायुविजमुच्चार्य
Now begins the Pranapratishta.
पुष्पे नीत्वा पूर्वमुद्रया घटोपरि स्थापयेत्.
The aim of the Pranapratishta is to awaken the spirit of Devi Durga in the Pratima. Pranapratishta brings life to the image of the Devi, and it completes the ritual of Murti Sthapana in the Puja Mandap. The Puja Mandap is covered in curtains, and the Pranapratishta rituals are done in private as per the injunction of the Puja Vidhana. The first ritual of the Pranapratishta is the This will be followed by mantras, prayers uttered in honor of the Devi. Pranapratishta involves a puja also, chanting the mantras, placing the murti at the center stage of the puja, inviting the deity to reside there. Nyasas will be performed, meditation, dhyana on the divine form of the Devi would be done. Touching different parts of the murti by installing the presence of various gods as sensory organs, mantras will be uttered. These mantras are now uttered referring to Indra, Brahma, Surya, Soma and other gods. Consecrated water will be sprinkled with mantras, and thus the image is considered consecrated and a sacred image, and the sacred image will be an object of worship through the liturgical services. At Belur Math, on this Saptami day, Pranapratishta rituals are now taking place in the Puja Mandap. The puja is happening in a large pandal erected on the bank of the Ganga, adjacent to the temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Belur Math is the headquarters of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, the twin organizations founded by Swami Vivekananda in the name of the great Paramahamsa, his guru. A universal institution for the propagation and practice of Vedanta. Sri Ramakrishna eternally resides here as Swami Vivekananda wished, blessing all the devotees, doing good to the world. On these holy premises, Durga Puja happens every year in the autumn season, in the month of Ashwin. Swami Vivekananda himself initiated the tradition of Durga Puja at Belur Math. Devi was worshipped in the year 1901 in the image at the behest of Swami Vivekananda, and the tradition continues till today. And this year marks the completion of 125 years of this long tradition. The worship of Divine Mother is prevalent all over India. A Kumari Kashmiram, A Kacha Kamakya. In the four directions of India, there are Devi temples of great acclaim and importance. There is Devi Kanyakumari in the south, Devi Kshir Bhavani in the north, Amba Devi in Rajasthan in the west, and Kamakya and Tripureshwari in the east. In fact, there is hardly any area in India which does not have a Devi temple. Great heroes and sages of the past worshipped the Divine Mother for success, wealth, knowledge and liberation. Sri Ramachandra had worshipped Devi Durga before killing Ravana. Shivaji Maharaj, the great Maratha king, was a votary of Bhavani. Guru Govind Singh, the 10th Guru of the Sikhs, had also performed the worship of Mother Durga. Ramakrishna Sangha worships Devi Durga in all its centers, and at Belur Math, the center of the Vedantic movement, in the name of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Devi Durga is worshipped following the Shashtyadi Kalpa of Raghunandana Bhattacharya as intended by Swami Vivekananda. In the Puja Mandap, adjacent to the temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Pranapratishta is now taking place. The aim of the Pranapratishta is to awaken the spirit of Devi Durga in the Pratima, meant for worship. People from all over the country and also beyond assemble in the premises of Belur Math during the puja days to witness the puja, to take part in the rituals and accept the prasada. Shri Shri Chandi Patha, the ceremonial reading of the Durga Saptashati, is also a very important part of the Sharadiya Durga Puja. Chandi Path happens adjacent to the Puja Mandap on all the puja days. The most famous holy book of the Shakti worshippers is Shri Shri Chandi, which is also known by the names of Durga Saptashati and Devi Mahatmya. It has 700 verses arranged into 13 chapters. Incidentally, Bhagavad Gita also has 700 verses, but arranged into 18 chapters. The 13 chapters of the Devi Mahatmya are taken from the Markandeya Purana, and it is chanted throughout the puja days by one of the monks of the Ramakrishna Sangha. The Chandi Patha happens adjacent to the puja mandap. The importance of doing Chandi Grantha Parayana during the Durga Puja is stated in the Chandi Grantha itself. In the 12th chapter we read, Sharat Kale Mahapuja Kriyate Yacha Varshiki Tasyam Mamaitan Mahatmyam Shrutva Bhakti Samanvitaha.
Om Trambakang Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukubhavandhanat Mrityurmukshyaamritat Om Jiva Jivayate Prithvi Purato Mama Manojagam
Pranapratishtha ritual, which is now taking place in the Puja Mandap within closed doors, is meant to bring life to the image of the Devi, and it completes the ritual of Murti Sthapana in the Puja Mandap. The Murti was already placed on the Puja Mandap. By the ritual of Pranapratishtha, Devi's presence is awakened in the Pratima. Following the Pranapratishtha, the image will be considered consecrated. It will be considered as a sacred object for worship. The holy premises of the Belur Math has assumed a very great divine aura. The Math is situated on the western bank of the holy river Ganga. On the eastern side of the river is the city of Kolkata. Durga Puja with image of the Devi was performed for the first time in Belur Math in 1901. In a letter addressed to Sister Christine, Swami Vivekananda wrote about the Durga Puja performed 2 weeks earlier in the Belur Math. Swamiji writes, "We brought a clay image of Mother with 10 hands, standing with one foot on a lion and the other on a demon. Her 2 daughters, the goddess of wealth and the goddess of learning and music, on either side on lotuses. Beneath her 2 sons, the god of war and the god of wisdom. Thousands of people were entertained." The spacious premises of Belur Math has assumed a divine aura by the presence of Devi Durga on the Puja Mandap on this holy Saptami Tithi. The main part of the puja begins today, and Durga Puja will be conducted on Saptami, Ashtami and Navami, and following the Durga Puja on all these 3 days on the Vijaya Dashami Tithi, Devi's Pratima Visarjan will happen, concluding the Shashthyadi Kalpa Durga Puja for the year. Durga Puja is performed during the Sharat Kala, the autumn season. The terrible heat of the summer is gone. Monsoon has lashed the country. The nature is serene and delightful. And now with a clear sky above and rich greenery below, this serene and delightful nature is an ideal setting for celebrating the motherhood of God. In Bengal, the countryside is bedecked with kanch phool, a kind of tall grass with white feather-like flowers. They dance in the autumn breeze to welcome Mother Durga and her companions to the world of human beings. When the loud and enthralling beats of the dhak announce the arrival of the mother, finally. The beats of dhak can be heard. This is an integral part of the Durga Puja ceremony. In Bengal, the dhak announces the onset of the Sharat Kala. Dhak announces the arrival of Mother Durga. Dhak accompanies all the main puja rituals. People keep aside the hardships and sorrows of life to join the nature in receiving the mother and celebrating her presence in all exaltation. Mantras are uttered as part of the Pranapratishta ceremony.
जीव जीवयते पृथ्वी पुरतो मम मनोजगाम दूरकम तत्ते निवर्तयामसीय अक्षयाय जीवसे यत्ते दिवं यत् पृथिवीं मनोजगाम दूरकम तत्ते आवर्तयामसीय अक्षयाय जीवसे शरंगन्यास
Shadanganyasa is another important ritual of the Pranapratishta. Touching different parts of the Murti, the presence of various gods as sensory organs are installed. The divine presence of Mother Durga is invoked and installed throughout the Pratima meant for the worship.
ओम अस्यै प्राणाप्रतिष्ठन्तु अस्यै प्राणाक्षरन्तु च अस्यै देवत्व संख्यायै स्वाहा ओं मनोज्योतिर्जुषतमाद्यस्य बृहस्पतिर्यज्ञमिमं तनत्वरिष्ठं यज्ञं समिमं दधातु विश्वेदेवासह्यमादयन्ताम् ओम प्रतिष्ठा निमेष सरस्वती.
Today on the Mahasaptami Tithi, Mahasnan, the great bath on a mirror, was performed in the morning. After this, consecration and divinization of the image known as Pranapratishta takes place. Now Pranapratishta is underway on the Puja Mandap. This will be followed by an elaborate worship of the Devi with 16 items, the Shodashopachara Puja. The other deities, attending divinities and other objects of veneration associated with the Devi also will be worshipped. The 7th day's puja will be concluded at noon with offerings of bhog and other items, and arati will be performed to the Divine Mother Shri Durga. Durga Puja is known as the Ashwamedha of Kali Yuga. The great classical poet of Bengal, Krittivasa, mentions about Shri Durga Puja in his Ramayana written in Bengali. According to Krittivasa, Shri Ramachandra performed the worship of Divine Mother in the Treta Yuga. In this puja, the greater God, the creator God Brahma was present as a leading priest. Devas, the gods, sung the glories of the Divine Mother. Mother appeared in front of them and told them to worship her under the Bilva tree. She promised to be present there to bless the Devas and other devotees and ensure the victory of Sri Ramachandra against the Rakshasas. The tradition continues into Kali Yuga till today. The Devi is invoked, awakened under a Bilva tree on the Shashti day. Devi is brought to the Puja Mandap on the Saptami Tithi. She is installed in a Pratima by the ritual of Pranapratishta, following which an elaborate ritual of Shodashopachara Puja will be performed. The puja happens on Saptami, Ashtami and Navami Tithis, following which on the Dashami the puja will be concluded with Devi's Visarjan Puja. Pranapratishta is followed by Avahana. After the consecration, a long list of prayers are said by inviting the Devi, by appealing to her to be present where she is invoked and to accept the puja performed to honor her.
ओम हंस शुचि सद्वसुरंतरिक्ष सदहोता वेदि सत अतिथिर दुरो नशत नृषद वरसद ऋत सद व्योम सदब्जा गोजारतजा अद्रजारथम बृहत् ओम प्रतद विष्णु स्तवते वीर्येण मृगो न भीमकुचरो गिरिष्ठा यशोरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेषु अधिक्ष्यन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा ओम विष्णुर्यनिं कल्पयतु त्वष्टा रूपाणि पिंशतु आसिञ्चतु प्रजापतिर्धाता गर्भं दधातु ते ओम भूर्भुवस्स तस्य पितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ओम त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनमुर्वारुकमुपबन्धनात् मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् ओम जीव जीवयते पृथ्वीमुपरतो मनो जगाम दूरकं तत्ते निवर्तयामसि अक्षयाय जीवसे ओम यत्दिवं यत्पृथिवीं मनो जगाम दूरकं तत्ते आवर्तयामसि अक्षयाय जीवसे. शरङ्गन्यास काङ्गृदाय नमो किं शिरसे स्वाकुं शिखाय वषट्कुं कौं कवचायुः कौं नेत्रत्राय भूषट्करतल नेत्राभ्यं भूषट्करतल पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय फट्
The representation of Devi Durga and her parivaras, the goddesses, part of her retinue. This representation of Devi Durga in the puja mandaps of Bengal has great spiritual significance and artistic subtlety.
Om asmai Pranapratishtantu asmai Pranaksharantu cha asmai Devatva Sankhyaye Swaha.
The platform on which the images are arranged is known as the Kathamo. There are 7 murtis on the Kathamo. Mother Durga is in the middle. She is seen as Mahishasura Mardini. Her right foot is on her Vahana, the Simha, the lion. Her left foot is on the Mahishasura, who is hit by the Shula, the trident, on her hand. On the right side of Mother Durga, we can see Shri Lakshmi and Ganesha. Lakshmi is placed above, and Ganesh or Ganapati is placed slightly below. Similarly, on the left side of Mother Durga, we can see Shri Saraswati and Kartikeya, who is also known as Subramanya. In this form of Devi Durga as the Mahishasura Mardini, Devi is worshipped on the puja mandap. Pranapratishta ensures that Devi is present in this pratima. In the form of Mahishasura Mardini, Devi is ever undefeated and always eager for the well-being of her devotees. Aparajita viryatvam ativasmad hitodyata asharanya sharanyatvam akarana kripakari.
Yang netratrayaya bhushat om namas Singharajaya Karatara Prishtabhyamastraya Phat Punarupi Lili Hanudraya Mangring Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hong Hangsa Sri Mahasinghasya Pranaya Prana.
Devi's Pranapratishta is now happening. Pranapratishta's aim is to awaken the spirit of Devi Durga, her presence in the pratima meant for the worship. Sri Mahasinghasya Vang Manas Chakshu Srotra Grana Prana Yagatya Sukhang Chirang Tishtantu Swaha. Pranapratishta involves various nyasas and prayers. Asmai Prana Pratishtantu Asmai Prana Aksharantu Cha Asmai Devatva Sankhyaye Swaha. Devi's pratima is consecrated by the ritual of Pranapratishta. Om Hang Shashti Sad Bashurantariksa Sadhota Vedi Shat Atitirudona Shat Nishad Varasatruta Sad Vyoma Sadabja Gojar Taja Adrijar Tambrihat Om Pratad Vishnu. The figure of Devi Durga is represented as having 10 hands, holding weapons to subdue the evil forces. The symbols of mercy and protection also the mother carries. Mother has Varabhaya Mudras. She appeared as an avatar in the world at the request of the Devas in order to put down the evil represented by Mahishasura and protect the righteous. In the Durga Saptashati we read, Itham yada yada badha danavotha bhavishyati tada tadavateryaham karishyami arisankshayam. This is the reassurance from the mother to the humanity. She will come down when the evil forces are on the rise. She will come to destroy those enemies of gods and humans. She doesn't stop by destroying the evil alone. She bestows the choicest boons on her devotees. She comes with the knowledge and prosperity, success and power. On either side of Mother Durga there is Saraswati and Lakshmi, and also Vigneshwara, Ganesha and Subramanya Kartikeya. Devi Durga brings with her prosperity, represented by Lakshmi, and knowledge, represented by Saraswati. Ganesha helps to remove obstacles and grants success in our endeavors. Kartikeya brings prowess and bravery. This image of Mother Durga, along with her chosen entourage, instills courage and hope in our hearts. There is the Mother of the universe, ever ready to save us from all calamities, who is eager for our well-being. We have no reason for despair. Sri Karthika Vahana Mayurasya Vang Manaschakshu Srotra Grana Prana Yagatya Sukham Chirang Tishtantu Swaha Mamasmai Prana Pratishtantu Asmai Prana Ksharantu Chasmai Devatva Sankhyaye Swaha. Nagapash. Devi Pratima is consecrated in the Puja Mandap through the ritual called Pranapratishta. Pranapratishta will be followed by Avahan and prayers. Then a puja will be performed for the Devi briefly. Arati will be done. Thus, Mother Sri Durga will be treated as present on the Puja Mandap. The Mrinmayi Pratima will be the Chinmayi Devi. There will be no more any Murti of Devi Durga on the Puja Mandap. What we would perceive would be her Divya Sharira itself, gracing this occasion for us to venerate the Devi through our humble devotion and service. Devi Durga appears as Mahishasura Mardini in one of her major divine incarnations. This is the form in which she is worshipped during the Durga Puja, especially in Bengal. This tradition is followed in its most orthodox way by the Ramakrishna Sangha in the puja conducted at Belur Math. In the month of Ashwin, Mother Durga comes down from her heavenly home to her parents' home on earth. Mangring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong ang sha Sri Ganesha Vahana Mushikasya Pranaya Prana Mangring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong ang sa Sri Ganesha Vahana Mushikasya Jiva Yastita Mangring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong ang sa Sri Ganesha Vahana Mushikasya Sarvendriyani Mangring krong yang rang lang bang. In the Bengali folklore, among the religious community, Mother Durga is visualized as the daughter in the household of her devotees. She lives away from her paternal home in the Mount Kailash with her consort Bhagavan Shankara. But she comes home once in a year to be with her near and dear ones. And that is the occasion for Durga Puja, which is celebrated with so much of fervor and fanfare in the last 3 days of the Navaratri. Today is the Saptami Tithi. The main rituals of the Durga Puja begin today Today in the morning, with the Navapatrika Pravesha on the Puja Mandap, Devi's Puja began. After Devi's Mahasnan and other preliminary rituals, Pranapratishta is now taking place on the Puja Mandap. By the ritual of Pranapratishta, Devi's Murti, the Pratima of Devi Durga meant for worship, is consecrated.
Om Angri Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hung Hangsha Sri Chitrita Devata Nam Prana Yah Prana Om Angri Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hung Hangsa Sri Chitrita Devata Nam Jiva Yasthita Om Angri Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang Sang Hung Hangsa Sri Chitrita Devata Nam Sarvendriyani Om Angri Krong Yang Rang Lang Bang Shang Shang.
There is a special sequence of events culminating in the main rituals of the Durga Puja at Belur Math, followed every year. The preparations for fashioning the iconic image of Mother Durga meant for this worship begins in the month of Bhadra, coinciding with the Krishna Janmashtami Tithi. A wooden pedestal called Kathamo in Bengali is worshipped on that day. The Durga Pratima would be erected on this Kathamo, the wooden structure. Shortly after the Kathamo Puja, Agamoni Sangeet begins to be sung in chorus daily at night by the inmates of the mutt. Agamoni is a collection of traditional devotional songs in Bengali in praise of Devi Durga. These beautiful songs celebrate the homecoming of Mother Durga, the home in this context being our country and our dwellings, and of course our own hearts. Now, from the Shashti Tithi, the Agamoni Sangeet is sung in front of the Puja Mandap. Agamoni is sung on all the Puja days in the Puja Mandap, in front of the Puja Mandap. While the Puja is being conducted, Agamoni songs would be sung. Devi's Arati was performed as part of the Pranapratishta ceremony. This will be followed by Avahan and prayers. Followed by Shodashopachara Puja to Devi Durga. A large number of devotees have assembled in the puja pandal. Monks are present. Many visitors have thronged the holy premises of the mutt to witness the puja. Having completed the Pranapratishta and associated rituals, now begins the Shodashopachara Puja in honor of Devi Durga. The Mother Sri Durga is now present on the Puja Mandap in the form of the Pratima. The Mrinmayi Pratima is now the Chinmayi Devi. There is no Murti of Devi Durga here anymore. What we perceive is her Divya Sharira itself, gracing the occasion for us to venerate the Devi through our humble devotion and services. After the Pranapratishta and a short puja and arati, Shodashopachara Puja of Devi Durga begins.
आवाहनम् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वरीं श्रीभगवति दुर्गे देवी स्वकीयगणसहिते परिवारगणपरिवृते यागच्छ यतिष्ठ यतिष्ठ यसन्निधे यसन्निधे यसन्निरुद्धस्व यसन्निरुद्धस्व यसम्मुखी भव अत्राधिष्ठानं कुरु मम पूजां गृहाण ॐ आगच्छ मद्गृहे देवी अष्टाभिः शक्तिभिः सह पूजां गृहाण विधिवत् सर्वकल्याणकारिणि ॐ एहि भगवत्यम्ब
Devi is invited
शत्रुक्षयजयप्रदे
to accept the puja.
भक्तिपूजयामि त्वं नवदुर्गे सुरार्चिते दुर्गे देवी महासमागच्छ सान्निध्यं मिह कल्पय यज्ञभागान् गृहाण त्वम् अष्टाभिः शक्तिभिः सह शारदीयामिमां पूजां करोमि कमलेक्षणे आज्ञापय महादेवी दैत्यदर्पनिषूदिनि संसारार्णवदुष्पारे सर्वाशुभविनाशिनि त्रायस्व वरदे देवी नमस्ते शङ्करप्रिये ये देवायाश्च देव्यश्च चलितायाश्चलन्ति आवाहयामि तान् सर्वान् चण्डिके परमेश्वरि प्राणान् रक्ष यशो रक्ष धर्मभक्तिधनं सदा सर्वरक्षाकरी यस्मात् त्वं हि देवी जगत्प्रिये प्रविश्य तिष्ठ यज्ञेऽस्मिन् यावत् पूजां करोम्यहं मेनानन्दकरे देवी सर्वसिद्धिं च देहि मे आगच्छ मद्गृहे देवी सर्वकल्याणहेतवे पूजां गृहाण सुमुखे नमस्ते शङ्करप्रिये आवाहयामि देवी त्वं मृण्मये श्रीफलेऽपि च कैलासशिखराद्देवी विन्ध्याद्रेहिमपर्वतात् आगत्य विल्वशाखायां चण्डिके कुरु सन्निधिं स्थापितासि मया देवी पूजां गृह्ण प्रसीद मे आयुरारोग्यमैश्वर्यं देहि देवी नमोऽस्तु ते देवी चण्डात्मिके चण्डी चण्डविग्रहकारिणि विल्वशाखां समाश्रित्य तिष्ठ देवी गणैः सह देवी त्वं जगतां माता सृष्टिसंहारकारिणि पत्रिकासु समस्तासु सान्निध्यं मिह कल्पय पल्लवैश्च फलोपेतैः शाखाभिः सुरनायिके पल्लवे संस्थिते देवी पूजां गृह्ण प्रसीद मे आवाहितासि देवी त्वं मृण्मयी श्रीफलेऽपि च स्थिरात्यन्तं हिनो भूत्वा गृहे कामप्रदा भव चण्डी त्वं चण्डरूपासि चण्डविग्रहकारिणि प्रविश्य तिष्ठ यज्ञेऽस्मिन् यावत् पूजां करोम्यहं यज्ञभागान् गृहाण त्वम् अष्टाभिः शक्तिभिः सह सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके विल्वपत्रकृतावासे सुरतेजो महाबले प्रविश्य तिष्ठ यज्ञेऽस्मिन् यावत् पूजां करोम्यहम्.
By these mantras, Devi's presence was solicited. Devi was invited to make her presence felt in the puja mandap, in her image, and accept our humble offerings. Now begins, after the Pranapratishta, an elaborate worship, the Shodashopachara Puja in honor of Devi Durga. Various upacharas will be offered to Devi Durga in this puja. Offerings will be made to Also the other divinities associated with Devi Durga. Her Anga Devadas, Anga Shaktis and Parivara Devatas also will be worshipped. Preceding the Shodashopachara Puja is a small worship of Devi Durga. An offering is made to her. This is a brief puja which marks Devi's presence on the puja mandap. After the Pranapratishta and Avahana and prayers, this puja is performed, a short puja followed by arati.
Chandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Daksha Jagga Vinashimnai Mahaghorayai Yogini Kotiparai Vekalai Revam Durgai Namaha Revam Durgai.
Devi Durga is also called Sharada since she is awakened, invoked and installed and worshipped during the Sharat, the autumn season. Sharat Kale Pura Yasmad Navamyam Bodhita Suraihi Sharada Sa Samakhyata Pithe Lokecha Namataha. The word Sharat is interpreted to have been derived from the verbal root Shir Himsayam. The dhatu Shir in Sanskrit means to kill. The Sharat kills our ignorance and all the ailments emanating from the ignorance. After the brief puja in honor of Devi Durga, Karpura Arati is being now performed to the accompaniment of dhak beats. On the Shashti Tithi, yesterday, Devi was invoked and installed under a Bilva tree. She was brought to the Puja Mandap today by means of Navapatrika. Devi's Mahasnana was performed. The Pratima was consecrated. Devi's Pranapratishta is now done, following which Devi was offered a brief puja and Karpura Arati. The Sashtanga Pranama marks the completion of Pranapratishta and the following puja. And now is the time for Devi's elaborate worship, which is the main part of Mahasaptami Puja.
Adu Rajatasanam. Shigram, Shigram. Bangatasmai Rajatasana, Bangatasmai Rajatasana, Bangatasmai.
Devi's Shodashopachara Puja begins with the offering of Rajatasana, ceremonial seat made of silver for mother to sit down. Devi will be treated like a guest, and an assortment of offerings would be made in front of her in honor of her, in order to please her.
Swagatam. Om Om yasya darshanamichanti deva
Devi is
swabhishta siddhaye tasyai te
welcomed
parameshani
to take
swagatam
the seat
swagatam chame.
offered to her
Om bhurgubhaswam dakshajagga
by the ritual of Swagatam.
vinashinyai yogini koti parivritayai bhadrakale rimam durgayai nama. Sri Bhagavati Durge Devi Swagatam Suswagatam Te Padyam.
Padyam is the next item, water for washing the feet. Devi is treated like a special guest to our home. We offer her all such items which we would offer traditionally to a guest. Following the Padyam, Arghya is offered. Arghya is placed on a conch shell. This Vishesh Arghya is offered now. Vishesharghya is an important offering as part of the Upachara Puja. This is a special gift, hence the name Vishesharghya. Devi is seated on the asana offered to her. She is given the Vishesharghya, and following this there will be Achamanam, water for rinsing the mouth.
Bangatasmay Achmaniudakaya Bangatasmay Achmaniudakaya Mamite Gandabushpetasmay Achmaniudakaya Mamite Gandabushpeta Tatipataye Devaya Sri Vishnave Nama Mamite Gandabushpeta Sampradana Sri Bhagavad Durgaye Nama Angmandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papa Haram Shubham Grihanachmani Angtvangamaya Bhaktya Niveditam Idamachmaniudakamam Dakshajagda
Achamaniudakam is the water meant for rinsing mouth. This is followed by Madhuparka, a primary item of refreshment made of honey and such items. Madhuparka forms an important offering as part of the Shodashopachara Puja. Once again, water is offered to rinse mouth. Punarachamaniyam. This will be followed by Devi's Snaniyam. Gandhataila, oil for bath. Idam Gandhatailamam Dakshajagga Vinashinyai Mahaghorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakale Rimam Durgayai Namaha. followed by
तस्मै स्नानियोदकाय नमः तस्मै स्नानियोदकाय नमः तस्मै स्नानियोदकाय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै स्नानियोदकाय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे
the
नमः
Gandha Taila is followed by
तस्मै
Snani Yodakam,
श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः
water for
इदं
Devi's
सुशीतलं
bath.
वारी स्वच्छं शुद्धं मनोहरं स्नानार्थन्ते मया भक्त्या कल्पितं प्रतिगृह्यताम् इदं स्नानार्थदकमं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै रेवं दुर्गायै नमः अमग्निमीले पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्युजं होतारं रत्नधातमम् उमिषेतोर्यत्वा वायवस्तदेववस्तविता
Mantras from the Vedas are uttered to the accompaniment of ringing of the bell. While the Pujari Maharaj offers water for Devi's Snana. This is followed by the offering of Vastra, various clothes for Devi to wear.
सोपवितवस्त्राणि भंगितेभ्यो सोपवितवस्त्रेभ्यो नमः भंगितेभ्यो सोपवितवस्त्रेभ्यो नमः मिते गन्धपुष्पेतेभ्यो सोपवितवस्त्रेभ्यो नमः मिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः मिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः संप्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ओम तन्तु संतान सन्नद्धं रञ्जितं रागवस्तुना दुर्गे देवी भज प्रीतिं वाशस्ते परिधीयताम् इदं सोपवितवस्त्रवं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीमं दुर्गायै नमः रजताभरणं स्वर्णाभरणं.
Following the Vastropachara is Abharana,
भंगतस्मै स्वर्णाभरणाय नमः भंगतस्मै स्वर्णाभरणाय नमः
ornaments,
स्वर्णाभरणाय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै स्वर्णाभरणाय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे एतदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ओम दिव्यरत्नसमायुक्ता वह्निभानु समप्रभा गात्राणि शोभयिष्यन्ति अलङ्कारा सुरेश्वरी इदं स्वर्णाभरणमं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीमं दुर्गायै नमः शङ्खाभरणं शीघ्रं शीघ्रं शङ्खाभरणं.
various costumes and ornaments are offered to Devi Durga after her bath.
ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ओम शङ्खोऽयं विविधैश्चित्रं करयोर्भूषणं तव दीयते च मया भक्त्या गृहाण परमेश्वरी इदं शङ्खाभरणं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै
Shankhabharana is another item
दुर्गायै नमः सिन्दूरं
which married women wear on their hands, on their wrist. Shankhabharanam is followed by Sinduram. A symbol of married Hindu women. After offering Sindura, various other items like Kajjala, Alakta, Gandha, Pushpa, Bilyapatra, Pushpamalya, etc. will be offered. All these are various upacharas, offerings in honor of Devi Durga.
इदं नेत्राञ्जनमं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीमं दुर्गायै नमः अलक्तं भंगतस्मै अलक्ताय नमः भंगतस्मै अलक्ताय नमः भंगतस्मै अलक्ताय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै अलक्ताय नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे एतदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ओं पादयो शोभनं दिव्यं अलक्तं सुमनोहरं मया निवेदितं भक्त्या स्थानं देहि पदाम्बुजे इदमलक्तमुं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीमं दुर्गायै नमः.
As these items are offered to Devi Durga, Devi's Naivedya also is being placed on the Puja Mandap.
उपभूषणानि उपभूषणेभ्यो नमः भगवतेभ्यो उपभूषणेभ्यो नमः भगवतेभ्यो
Sandal paste is
उपभूषणेभ्यो
now
नमः
being offered.
ओमिते गन्धपुष्पेतेभ्यो उपभूषणेभ्यो नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ओमिमानि उपभूषणानि ओम दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ओम दुर्गायै नमः एतद्दर्पणं श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः ईशा कंकतिका श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः
Devi is given various gifts like mirror and such items.
इमानि बलयानि श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः गंध ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः
The upacharas will end with Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya mainly.
प्रतिगृह्य विलिप्यताम् एष गन्धं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै एवं दुर्गायै नमः पुष्पं पुष्पं शीघ्रं शीघ्रं
Various flowers are offered.
सचंदन पुष्पेभ्यो नमः भगवतेभ्यो सचंदन पुष्पेभ्यो नमः ओमिते गंध पुष्पेतेभ्यो सचंदन पुष्पेभ्यो नमः ओमिते गंध पुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गंध पुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः श्री भगवद्दुर्गा ओं पुष्पं मनोहरं दिव्यं सुगन्धि देवनिर्मितं हृद्यमधुबतमाग्रेयं देवी दत्तं प्रगृह्यताम् इमानि सचन्दन
Once the image of Devi Durga is consecrated and the deity is invoked in it, it undergoes a transformation.
विल्लपत्रं
The image is no longer a clay image but the living goddess, radiating power, knowledge, love and joy. The benign mother of the universe who has come to bless her children and to assure them of her love, help and protection.
भंगितेभ्यो सचंदन बिल्वदलेभ्यो नमः भंगितेभ्यो सचंदन बिल्वदलेभ्यो नमः भंगितेभ्यो सचंदन बिल्वदलेभ्यो नमः
Bilwa leaves are very dear to Devi Durga and they are now offered as an upachara.
श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः अमृतोद्भवमालूर शंकरस्य सदा प्रिय विल्लपत्रं प्रयच्छामि पवित्रं ते सुरेश्वरी.
Monks of the Ramakrishna order and revered Matajis of the Sharada order are present in front of the puja mandap witnessing the puja. There is a large number of devotees assembled to take part in the puja rituals. After the Shodashopachara puja, there will be Pushpanjali offered collectively by all the participating devotees at the feet of Devi Durga with humble prayers. Garlands are offered to Devi Durga. Pushpamalya is followed by Dhupa and Deepa, incense and light. Before Naivedya is offered to Devi Durga.
वनस्पति रसो दिव्यो गंधाढ्यस्सु मनोहराग्रेयस्ति सर्वदेवानां धूपयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् एष धूपं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात्
There is a legend about Sati Devi associated with Durga Puja. Although neither Sati nor Uma is mentioned in the Chandi, in the Mula mantra used in the Durga Puja, Sri Durga is addressed as Daksha Yajna Vinashini, the destroyer of Daksha's sacrifice. Daksha was one of the Prajapatis or creators of the universe. He had 8 daughters, of whom the eldest was Sati, an avatar of the Divine Mother.
Om Suprakasho Mahadīpa Sarvatasthimirāpaha Savāhyabhyantara Jyotirdeepo Yam Pratigriyatam Esha Deepa Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai.
The Mula mantra Daksha Yajna Vinashini refers to the destruction of Daksha's sacrifice.
Om Katyayanaya Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durge Prachodayatu.
By the Devi and Shiva. It is obvious that this great mantra has some deeper mystic, esoteric meaning far beyond the mythological significance. Devi is now offered with Naivedyam, an elaborate Naivedyam containing various items.
Vangatasmai Jalatambula Narikala Rachana Sahita Sopakarana Naivedyaya Namaha. Vangatasmai Jalatambula Narikala Rachana Sahita Sopakarana Naivedyaya Namaha. Vangatasmai Jalatambula Narikala
There is Naivedyam, Rachana,
Mumite Gandapushpeta Smai Jalatambula Narikala Rachana Sahita
Narikelodakam and
Mumite
Tambulam.
Gandapushpeta Tadipataye Devaya Sri Vishnabe Nama. Mumite Gandapushpeta Sampradana
Sweets and fruits, khichdi and savories, and various fried items. The Naivedya is prepared following the traditional method prevalent in the Shakta tradition of Bengal.
Halamulani sarvani gramyaranyani yani cha nana vida sugandhini grinna devi mamachiram naivedyam vividham divyam sumishtam phalamulakam charabang charkaradi samayuktam charabhyam choshyam pragriyatam idam sopakarana naivedyam om daksha yagga vinashinyai mahaghorayai yogini.
Following the Shakta tradition prevalent in Bengal, Naivedya is offered to Mother Durga. The Naivedyam is prepared as per the Shaktacharya Vidhi. The food is first consecrated and sanctified, and the mother is entreated to accept the offerings.
Phat phat phatum suprokshitamastu om Sri Vishnu Pundarikaksha Punatu Hungavagunthana Mudra Chakra Mudrayo Virakshanam Dosha Shashanam Dahanam.
A mother has 3 main functions: to give birth, to nourish, to care and protect. It is the third aspect of caring and protecting, care and protection, which is highlighted during the Durga Puja. God is not a disinterested spectator of the human life. God, as the mother, is an active participant. She protects her children from dangers, and that is the message of the Devi's image as Mahishasura Mardini during the Durga Puja. Here our eyes behold the elegant image of Devi Durga in the Puja Mandap. Our feet move forward to reach her, our hands join in respectful salutation to her, our heads bow down in humble submission, our tongues repeat the holy name of Sri Durga, and our ears listen to the elevating Agamani songs sung by the sannyasins of the Sangha. And all this is happening on the bank of the holy Ganga, where Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ma Sharuda Devi and Swami Vivekananda are eternally present for the welfare of the whole humanity. When Swamiji Maharaj decided to celebrate Durga Puja at Belur Math, one of the first things he did was to seek the approval of Holy Mother Sri Sharuda Devi, who was then staying at Bagh Bazar in Kolkata. Holy Mother Sri Sharada came with her women devotees and stayed at Nilambar Mukherjee's house near Belur Math. It is the firm belief of the devotees that Holy Mother Sri Sharada is still present for the puja ceremony at the Math in her spiritual form. It is the firm faith of her devotees that Holy Mother Sri Sharada is eternally present at Belur Math. Dedicated to Sri Sharada Devi, at Math stands a small shrine, humble and serene as she herself was. The Sankalpa Vakya is uttered in Holy Mother Sharada Devi's name. Mother Sri Sharada is the Sangha Janani for the Ramakrishna order. She is also the Kartri and Yajamana of all its ceremonies. In the month of Ashwin, Mother Durga comes down from her heavenly home to her parents' home on earth. In the Bengali folklore among the religious community, Mother Durga is visualized as the daughter in the household of her devotees. She lives away from her paternal home in the Mount Kailash with her consort Bhagavan Shankara, but she comes home once in a year to be with her near and dear ones. And that is the occasion for the Durga Puja, which is celebrated with so much of fanfare in the last 3 days of the Navaratri in Bengal. The representation of Devi Durga and her Parivara Devatas in the puja mandaps of Bengal has great spiritual significance and artistic subtlety. Devi is now offered with an elaborate Naivedyam as per the Shaktachara. Durga Puja was conducted on a small scale without the image by the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna during the early years of the Ramakrishna Math at Bagh Bazar, Boranagar in Kolkata. Durga Puja was first celebrated at Belur Math in a grand scale with the image of Mahishasura Mardini in 1901. Since then, Durga Puja has been celebrated here year after year.
Rachanante prayachami grihana parameshwari Isha rachanaum dakshayagga vinashinyai mahagorayai Yogini koti parivritayai Vadrakalyai Rimum Durga.
Swamiji Maharaj started this tradition of Durga Puja at the very center of the Ramakrishna Vedanta movement.
Panarthante prayachami grihana haravallabhe Idam panarthadakamam dakshayagga vinashinyai mahagorayai Yogini koti parivritayai Vadrakalyai Rimum Durgayai Namaha. Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rimum Durgayai Namaha.
A few days before Durga Puja in 1901, Swamiji had a vision of Durga Puja being done at Belur Math. Around that time, Swami Brahmanandaji, a brother monk of Swamiji, saw in a vision that Mother Durga was coming across the Ganga from Dakshineshwar to Belur Math. Swamiji Maharaj asked Brahmanandaji to make preparations for Durga Puja immediately, although only few days were left to begin the puja.
Om Phalapatra Samayuktam Karpurena Suvashitam Maya Niveditam Bhaktya Tambulam Pratigriyatam Idam Tambulam.
The household disciples of Sri Ramakrishna and many members of the Orthodox Hindu community from nearby areas and thousands of poor people, irrespective of their social distinctions, attended the 3-day festival in 1901. The tradition continues till today. And this year marks the 125th year of this long tradition.
Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Esha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Namaha. Dvitiyam.
At the end of the Naivedyam, Pushpanjali is now being offered.
Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Esha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Namaha. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Namaha. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Esha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Namaha. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Esha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagga Vinashinyai Mahagorayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalyai Rim Om Durgayai Namaha. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Srishti Sthiti Vinashanam Shakti Bhute Sanatani Gunasraye Gunamaye नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते प्रणतानां प्रसीदत्वं देवी विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीद्ये लोकानां वरदा भव.
Devi's Shodashopachara Puja is now complete. This will be followed by worship of Devi's Anga Devatas and Avarana Devatas. Apart from this puja, today in the evening there will be live telecast from Belur Math of the evening Aratrikam.